SPEAKLIFE Radio.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of Speak Life Radio right here on GorillaCross.com. The website's actually not even up, so I don't know why I said it, but we are here live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. West Coast time, unless the Golden Knights are in the Stanley Cup final, and then we'll be celebrating that. So if you can see, I'm wearing my Golden Knights championship shirt right there.
Fancy.
Because we won the Stanley Cup. Which way am I going? Right there. Hey.
Where'd you get it?
Hey. I got this at Dick's Sporting Goods at the fashion show.
It looks more legit. I went to the Arsenal and I got one. Didn't even have like the NHL logo on it. That was crazy.
Oh, you got the bootleg one.
It was at CNA though. Like it was right where they practice. Yeah, I got the bootleg one.
Wow,
Whatever.
you got the bootleg. But listen, man, I'm your host Quan59, and we have a dope show for you once again tonight. As I'm trying to get someone else's mic plugged in because I failed to do that before the show. But I'm your host Quan59. We have another dope show for you tonight. If you guys did not get paid last week because we were doing the music reviews, I know I paid like one person and didn't pay the other two. So let me know if you didn't get paid if you're watching. Hit me in my DMs. But anyways, listen, we have another music and video review show tonight, but we also have a live exclusive interview with an OG in Christian hip hop. And we did say we're going to be spending the month of June getting people on that are pioneers in Christian hip hop, and that's what we plan to do. And not just in June. I mean, we're going to be doing that this whole season. We'll be having them on randomly as well, because we want to educate you guys on just the history of Christian hip hop. A lot of people didn't or don't know the history of what they're involved in, and that's something that we're trying to do. There's a lot of people that open the doors for you guys to be able to do what you're doing right now, getting into churches, having music everywhere available. So yeah, that's what we're planning on doing. But I do got my man, you already heard him, my man Luke in the building. What's good?
What's up? Yeah, it's been a weird day, but I'm here. I didn't
Weird
die.
day? Why? Talk to us about. You got to tell this story because you told me and Joe Syfe when you walked in, and we definitely need to hear this story about how you almost died today.
I don't know. I don't know if I almost died, but I won't call it choking because I wasn't choking, but I swallowed a piece of food, and while I was swallowing it,
You might have to say pause a lot.
While I was swallowing it, I coughed, and I think it created like an air pocket below the food.
Okay.
And so but the food wouldn't swallow, but I could still breathe and talk and like tell people, hey, I swallowed my chicken weird. But like what it ended up being was me just like standing in front of a trash can for like 30 minutes trying to get this food to swallow. And so like what I was thinking in my head, I was like, okay, if I can't ever swallow again, I'll be dead in like what, 3 days? Is that how long it takes for you to not be able to drink water, right?
I have no idea.
So I wasn't gonna die like today, but in like 3 days, if I wouldn't have swallowed, that would have been it was crazy. I'd never had that before. Because I always think that like if you're choking, then you can't breathe, you can't, you wouldn't be able to talk. I was like fine, but I couldn't swallow anymore. Like imagine like a Dixie cup like in the back of your throat, and every time you pour water in there, it just like pours back out. That's what it was like for like 30 minutes. And like your body wants to swallow, but like nothing's happening, and so then all your spit and everything just keeps coming back up. It was so weird.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm not trying to gross anybody out. That was weird. It was weird. And then like an hour later, I had a cricket crawl across my face. It was the weirdest.
Whoa, yeah.
In my office right there. And then there was a big structure fire in my neighborhood.
I'm thinking maybe the cricket was in your mouth, and that's why you couldn't swallow because you had a cricket in your mouth. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a cricket connoisseur, so I'm not sure how that works. But we got Joe Syfe in the building.
What up, y'all?
Do
What up?
behind the
What's going on,
scenes.
y'all?
and hosting at the same time. What lens is that?
He's taking pictures of us.
This is the 50 mil, and then I've got the Sigma 16 mil on the
Sigma
Sony
16 is the one.
CV10 and the Sony A6400.
That's a cool. I don't have an ND filter for my my 50s. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Day was good. Worked a lot today on some video. What else did I do? I went shopping in the morning. I did all, all the adult stuff. Went shopping for like coffee and sugar-free coffee creamer and, like
Adult stuff.
Work from home. That's what I do. I edit video and pictures from home. That's what I was doing today.
Good stuff.
But
and I have another guy here, and I'm trying to get his camera. So,
hey, shout out to my man Big Mercy in the chat on YouTube. If you guys are on YouTube, if you're in the chat, shout out where you're from. I already see we got a couple. We got Dayton, Ohio in the building. Who else do we have over here? We've got I saw somebody representing Arizona. Somebody talking about their kids at karate class, so let us know where you guys are watching from. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You letting us know.
Word up. And what is Quan doing? Quan's still trying to fix the mic. So yeah, man, Vegas, Stanley Cup, like moment in history, Vegas born, right? I mean,
sir.
That's pretty huge. We were talking about it. Luke was telling us. So the idea is this: in Vegas, we're a party city, right? So we're used to big crowds, but Luke was at the Cubs.
I was at the Cubs World Series.
Right.
Yeah, it was way different.
And tell everybody the difference between the sea of people from there versus the sea of people here.
Huh?
Well, I mean, so first off, like it had been 108 years since the Cubs had won a World Series, right?
Right.
It's been 6 years for the Knights, right? So it's just way different. So like just during the series, I went down there and there was 600,000 people just like crowded mobbing the streets, right? For 3 games. And then when they had the victory parade, there was like over 6 million people at the victory parade.
And how many did we have over
like
here?
Like 100,000, like over 100,000. I mean, it's still a huge crowd.
Still a lot, but yeah, comparative.
Yeah, but also Chicago compared to Vegas, like the size is just insane too. Yeah.
But what's crazy is that's like you're a true Las Vegan when you're like 100,000. Yeah, it's 100,000 people. It's whatever's because we're so used to like crowds every day in Vegas. You know what I'm
used
saying?
to partying.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like.
All right, I got him up on the screen. PJ, what's good?
There we go.
Hold on.
I like the
Let me unmute
riffing.
your
This is good. Yeah, just making up stuff to talk about. This is great.
We love it. Who else do
My
we got
bad.
over here? Oh, they're saying that we need to get OGs like Pigeon John,
Pigeon John.
Quan on the that
Pigeon
would be
John
super
Brainwash
dope.
Projects.
Brainwash Project.
They just put out their 25th anniversary vinyl this week.
I saw
Okay.
that. I
Yeah.
totally want to get it.
Yeah, and let us know in the comments like what other artists do you want us on? And I know my man Aaron Bryan is gonna shoot me a whole bunch of names from Arizona, but Arizona rappers are weird, bro.
That's why Weez is on here all the time.
Weez, yeah.
Man, if
We
we
already
can
talked
get
about
all of LA Symphonic, man, all of LA Symphony would be dope.
That would be crazy.
We just got to make sure because a lot of these people aren't Christian anymore. We got, I mean,
Yo, you really want to take it back, old school Lab Click. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about taking it back. It back. That would be like it would be awesome to get a bunch of pioneers.
Isn't Petty D and Notaverbs? They have a group now. Did you hear about this?
I did
Village
hear
King.
about that. I did hear
Village
about
King,
that. So
yeah, it'd be cool to get them on
yeah,
here
I want to get them on.
because they're
And
like
Petty D
early
has,
90s.
I think he has like a daughter or son that makes music, something like that.
Yeah,
Somebody had sent me something from Petty D. So, but yeah, I mean, a lot happening, man. So it's pretty dope. PJ, what's good? How come I still don't have your mic?
Do you want it? We could try to switch. I can move my gear.
No. I just have so many mics in this studio and so many cords.
Chille's
I'm not trying to
just
floss.
waiting on Skype. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
He's just
All right,
chilling.
try now.
Testing.
Hey,
I'm
look, I
in the
heard a little
building.
something.
All right, let me get.
Like,
there we
hold
go.
on, this gate's on way too high. All right,
I'm here.
Hey,
there we go.
Now, but I'm in the building.
So what's good, man? How you been? You haven't been with us this whole season, man.
I know.
We're three
I'm just
episodes
stepping in here.
deep.
We just moved. Just moved into a new house, so I'm just settling in there. And like I'm saying, my story is kind of similar to his this morning. Just working from home,
Right?
no editing, just work.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It feels, at first I thought it was going to feel weird, but it's a good feeling, right? Like you can look over like, okay, I can take a 5 minute and go play with the kid or go downstairs, make some, like warm up my coffee with it. It's dope, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Tarp the car.
Tarp the car.
Don't really go too many places, you know.
I love
That's
it.
pretty cool, man.
All right, let's get into it. We have our man waiting patiently as I get everything in order. But I mean, talking about OGs, this is like an OG.
Double OG, triple OG.
We triple OG.
OGGs.
OGGs.
There it is.
Original
Hey.
gospel gangster.
I started off listening to them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of us did at a you know, like that was
my first
like I
CD.
said last week when we were talking to Raz and we talked to Soup the Chemist. I was listening to Christian hip hop at the time, right? Like I was listening to DC Talk. I'm like, ooh, this is the rap they're giving us.
Yeah.
Carmen.
But it was Carmen.
Come on.
I hate when people said Carmen was a rapper, but
He's a poet.
But these are the people we had when Gospel Gangsters dropped their first album, bro. Like I was able to actually show my friends at school Christian hip hop for the very first time, and that's no lie.
Right. Weren't scared
This was
of
the first
showing it
album.
to
I
them.
was like, "Yo, check this out," and I was,
Yeah.
you know, like letting them hear it. We
Yeah.
couldn't make copies back then. It was still a long time ago, but
It's cassette.
cassettes, yeah, we were recording on a cassette.
Yeah.
But we got the man, the myth, the legend, Chille Baby live on the
Let's
studio,
go.
not in the studio. Chille, how's it going, bro?
Big up. Oh, we
And
got
West, you already know Western. What's up with y'all, man?
Bro,
Praise the Father, man, all the way from the top to the bottom. Let's get it.
we're just happy to have you here, man. We definitely appreciate, first of all, what you've done for Christian hip hop in general and what you're still doing now, because you're still making music, and that's really dope. Because a lot of people gave up, a lot of people quit the dream and quit what they what they felt like they were called to do. What's kept you going so long to keep making music at this time in your life?
I mean, it's a lifestyle for me, man. It's something that the Father gave us that was unique, and some people is like, I'm embedded in hip hop, man. It's like I eat, breathe, and sleep hip hop, man. So it's like this is gonna be me forever, man, until I'm out of here, bro.
Yeah.
And me and Mr. Solo, me, bro. I'm gonna keep this vision pushing. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep things cracking, man. It's something when the Father give you something and when a man give you something. You know what I mean? The difference. And I told the Father, because, shouts out to Big Solo off the top first,
big up.
if he wouldn't have never followed what God told him to do, then I wouldn't even be here today. You know what I mean? So big shouts out to him, one of the greatest to ever touch a mic, one of the greatest men of God I know. You know what I mean? And just to see what a genre has came to now become, like, you used to be able to count us on your toes and your fingers, and that was it.
Yeah, 100%.
Now we're everywhere. You
Yeah.
know, that's what I was telling some dudes the other day. I said, well, for every unbeliever is 2-3 believers. So if you're an unbeliever, you probably got 2-3 believers around you. You might as well become a believer. You know what I mean? Because we're everywhere and we're not going anywhere. So you might as well, at the end of the day, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. You know what I mean? We soul winners, man, and that's what keep me moving. Seeing somebody change their life. That's what we got into this for. We didn't get into it for money. If that was the case, I would have been gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got into it because of the souls.
Yeah.
Because of what God did for us. He changed our life, and all we wanted to do is see somebody else change. So, and I'm sure all of us in here and that's on this call or listening, we have all been to the point to where we felt like, man, I want to give this up, bro. I don't want to rap no more. I don't want to do music no more. Like, I don't want to be in the game no more. But then guess what? You got people like you that get on the line and say, Chille Baby, you the first music I ever heard.
Word.
You got somebody that walk up to you and say, well, I went to the pen and I went to the penitentiary and they gave me 30 years and I got saved off your music. Now I'm on my 30-year bid and now I'm a pastor at a church. I have my own church. So when you hear stories like that, that shows you how real God is and what God can do.
Yeah.
and what he does to no limits. You know what I mean? And that make you say, well, I can't give up. If somebody like that can change their life because of something that God told me, I got to keep listening to God and keep moving. You know? So that's why I'm in this, bro.
Yeah.
Forever. It's for, and when I say forever, bro, forever. No lie. Just like when I gang bang and I had the rag and I was putting guns in fools' mouths, it's the same thing, bro. I push the gospel front line. Even like right now, bro, I be in neighborhoods. I be on the front line where they killing people. Every day, I be on that front line. You know what I mean? Because I know their lives are worth it because the Father saved my life. And he felt that my life was worth it. So if he feel like my life was worth it, and he's somebody you can't even see physically, what about my fellow bro that's doing the same thing? I should be able to tell him how to turn his life around from what the Father told me. So that's why Gospel Gangstaz and Camp A Republic, man, we keep pushing and we keep pushing and we keep pushing. We're not gonna stop this, bro. This is what I do.
I was going to get into this question later, Chille, with you, but what would you say to the younger artists? Because what we see a lot in Christian hip hop the past 10 or 15 years is people they seem like they have a good heart and the right motives behind what they're doing. Like you said, it's about God, it's about changing lives. But then we see them fall away when they don't get the certain maybe attention they want or think they deserve. What would you say to a young Christian artist that's coming up, that's starting this hip hop journey?
I mean, first of all, man, you gotta ask God what your purpose is. You know,
tell him.
Everybody ain't supposed to be a rapper. You know, everybody don't supposed to do beats. You know, some people supposed to do beats. Some people supposed to rap. Some people supposed to manage. Some people supposed to do what you do. Look at the great ministry you guys have. Yeah, if it wasn't for you guys, nobody would hear us. You feel what I'm saying? So shouts out to all the DJs, you feel me? And all the podcast hosts. Because without you guys pushing our message that the Father gave us further, you know, it wouldn't be no us. And that's what I say to these young dudes. Learn your history, where you come from. Learn about this game before you hop into it. See, the Bible says the gift comes without repentance. So that's something that you don't have to repent for. You don't have to say, oh, forgive me, I got this great gift. But the thing about it is you got to go learn the business. That's a difference. You got to go learn how this works. So the gift is easy. For me to rap, go off, and all of that. But for you to go learn the business and other things, that's what come into play for you. So if you know, and just that's what happened to us. We knew how to rap, but we didn't know the business. So at the end of the day, we got robbed.
So that actually leads me into my next question that I had for you, because I was having this discussion with my wife right before I came onto the show, because I was showing her some of your music, and I can see clearly now, to me, was one of the most for lack of better terms, it was the first Christian album, like hip hop or rap album, that crossed over for me to where like it was being like songs were being played in the clubs and it was on secular radio, like it was in heavy rotation, to where it wasn't like, oh, that's Christian rap. It was like, yo, this is just dope rap. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, on something like that, when it's that big and that influential, how did you guys tread that water? Because it's no longer, we're like an underground group. We're more of we're in everybody's eye now, awards type of thing, and like we're everywhere. Like,
hey, man, all we did was be us. You know, we never changed our face, bro. We just was us. You know what I mean? So it didn't matter how big the record got, what stage we was on, who we was with, whether it was Snoop, whether it was Cube, whether it was Coolio, whether it was Yolanda Adams, whether it was Fred, whether it didn't matter, bro. We just stay who we are. We was unique. You know, the Father make us you know, the Bible talks about us being peculiar. We're peculiar people. So, you know, we just, you know, stayed prayed up, bro. And we was just ourselves, and we didn't change nothing. You know, we just stayed ourselves. And, you know, one day, let me tell you a story. One day we was in the studio, and Cube had left his masters in there. Most Wanted masters. They were just sitting in the corner, bro.
What?
Just sitting in the corner.
You know, and the gangster almost came out of me. I had to pray real quick. You know,
That's money.
I could take them masters and call Cube and say, hey, bro, give me $1 million. You can get these back. You know, but he came in, man, and it was crazy because he came in the studio and he was like, man, you know, I don't mean to break up your session. I forgot something here. You know, it's okay if I grab it. Me and Solo start joking with him like, yeah, you know, you got them America's Most Wanted masters in there. You know, and so we just laughing. And we asked him this question, you know, as some young rappers coming up in the business of rap, and you're already been at that plateau, like, what advice you have to give to us? And he was just like, he said, well, I hear you guys' music and it's really dope. He said, you just got to be true to yourself. No, and don't let nobody tell you, don't sway from the left or to the right. Just stay focused. You know, whatever you're supposed to do in life, if you be true to God and be true to yourself, it's going to happen. So that for us, we took that as the scripture. We're peculiar. So we just going to be us no matter what. So I don't change my face in front of a pastor. I don't change my face in front of the street. I don't change my face in front of you. I don't change I am Chille. I am who I am. It's like, if you don't like me, you just don't like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing I can do about that. You know, God made me who I am, and I'm a front liner, and I'm a bold believer for Jesus Christ.
Come on.
That's in the pew and be quiet. No, I'm one of them bold ones that's going to tell you and going to say something. That's going to speak into your life and going to speak life to you. You feel me? So I'm one of those, man. So we just stayed us, you know? That's all you have to do, man. Is just be you and let God work with you. Put yourself out. Get yourself out of the way. Get your flesh out of the way.
Come on.
Get what you want to do out of the way, and let God get in your space. And when God get in your space, he'll turn your world around. And you'll never know what might happen for you.
He's
good.
preaching.
And that goes for everybody. I mean, that goes for us in this room at you know, the ages we're at. That goes to Soup the Chemist that's in the comments. What's up, Soup? I mean, all you young artists out there, I think you need to know it and have that mindset that this is more than just music. And I know that's a cliche statement in Christian hip hop now, but I wish it wasn't so cliche where people would just blow it off, because it's so much more than music. It's so much more than that. And we have, you know, go ahead, Chille.
So much like for instance, like for us, like we like a lot of people, like y'all say, well, you know, Gospel Gangstaz is the first group that I ever heard and the dopest group, but y'all just don't know. Like when you talk about Soup the Chemist, that's my big homie. I'm the little homie.
Oh shoot.
You know, that's my big homie. He the one put me on the first video, first TV, first tour, first this. He the one, Chille, Solo, y'all do this. No, don't do it like that. That's not the way to act in here. No, you know, we fresh off the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, Chille, y'all do it like this. No. So he helped mold us. He helped do us, and he helped us put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, you know, a lot of people was like, y'all will never be able to make it, saying the N-word. Y'all never be able to make it. Y'all too rough around the edges. Even like when we got signed, I didn't even know he had something to do with that until like a year ago.
Wow.
When he's Chille, when they wanted to sign you guys, they came up to me and asked me, well, what do you think about this Gospel Gangster group? And Soup said, I told him, you'll be stupid if you don't sign them dudes. Them about to change history, make history. And Soup said, I didn't really say nothing to a lot of people because I thought they was gonna hate on y'all. So I just kept it quiet. He said, and I told the dude, you better sign the Gospel Gangstaz, bro. If you don't, you about to, you know, make history go off course right now.
He got co-signed from
That's
the
wild,
big
bro.
homie, dude. From the big homie.
So
Wow.
we didn't even know until we read the book that Soup had anything to do with you guys. When I read the book, you know, it's been years now, but I had no idea you guys were affiliated because the music styles were so different. And you know how it was back then. It's like gangster rap and conscious rap didn't really mix well. So the fact that you guys came up together and he's the big homie that helped get you signed is amazing to hear.
Man, listen, let me tell you, bro. Soup used to put together the tours and the shows, bro. Look, when in our time, bro, if you didn't have the tape, the cassette tape, or you didn't see us at a show, then you didn't see us, bro. They used to pick at our shows, no Gospel Gangstaz, no Christian rap, no Christian rap, no Christian rap, and we still put it down, bro. We travel the world when when you can only see people at the show.
Yeah.
That's not like now. You know, I call them microwave rappers, because you can just get online and just press a button and all of a sudden you're a superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or you
yeah.
think, you know what I mean? So, but the thing about it is, when we came in the game, bro, we rolled this on our backs. You know what I mean? Like, we traveled the world pushing this gospel. When everybody said that, oh, I'm afraid to go over here. This is where we went. And that's why I tell people that you have to know your history in this game, bro.
Come on.
You got to know where you come from. You got to know who came before you. I mean, if you go right now and you ask anybody in the secular industry, they're going to tell you Grandmaster Flash and the Furious.
Yeah.
Rock,
Yep.
RB,
That's true.
Rakim, and Eric and Rakim and all of them dudes. But if you say, okay, you do gospel hip hop, bro, what's the history of that? I would like to know.
Yeah.
Because I want to give my life to the Father and I do music, but I don't know the history of that. Could you tell me
Right.
That's dope.
how many of us got answers for them?
Yo, I could say straight up right now for myself, I know that for me, like the most influential artists for me when I came up, it was definitely like we was talking, like Mark in the comments was saying Grits, so like that, the Factors of the Seven was the very first CD, it was the blue tape. It was the first CD that I bought. Factors of the Seven, Cross Bearing from Little Rascal was the second one. And then and then I started falling back and getting all the stuff beforehand. So like the SFCs, and then my buddy Big Mercy, he turned me on to like the Dynamic Twins and stuff like that. So I was learning all of these and I was like trying to catch them back. But I know that there was artists before that. You know what I'm saying? Because my transition to like I gave my life to God in 97. I'm so old now, like that's you know what I'm saying? So like the late 90s is when I started catching up on the stuff that came out then, but there was groups that were like like straight underground, like during the true mid school, like 1993, 1992, 1991, like the 90s and up.
PID.
That's what
Yep.
Yeah.
Cross
Legend.
movement, heaven's
Like all
mentality.
these like legends, bro. Like compared to all these dudes you talking about, PID and all of them, bro. I'm the little homie, bro. Me and Solo and TikTok, we was the little
crazy.
homie.
It's just crazy to
That's
think
why
about.
I tell everybody, y'all say that, oh man, gospel gangs. Well, I tell everybody, bro, I'm the little homie. So where do you think they go hard? Where do you get a load of that little homie when I walk through the door?
Like the people old school man,
when it comes
DJ
to this
Dub.
gospel, bro, I don't play no games. They come to that microphone, I'm not playing no games, bro.
Yeah.
People is really dying out here. And like, a lot of people, they don't really see it because they ain't in the midst of it. I be right in the midst of somebody getting shot in their head or getting stomach. They moms calling me because, I know that they my homies or something like that. Like Rare Breed from Camp 8, like right now we be in the street so deep out here in LA. If somebody gets shot, they call Rare Breed first before the police. The police will call him and be like, man, you heard about what happened? Why don't you go over there and talk to them before we go over there? Because, if we go over there, what's going to happen.
Yeah. Chille, one thing that I appreciate about you is not only do you understand that it's important to know the history, but you also understand that it's important to pour into the new generation. And so like you got this song with Jay Cash, who's like up and coming. You got Kobe J. You got Eris Ford on your songs. You're collaborating with some of these younger people too, and I really appreciate that about you. What's that been like, making these connections and kind of stretching yourself with those relationships?
Man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing for me because, like I told Soup one day, me and Soup was talking. I said, listen, I love Lecrae, I love the Mild Minix, I love all of the dudes who came behind us and made it great. I love these dudes, but somehow we have to bridge the gap. We have to bridge that gap because if you don't bridge the gap, then you don't know the history of what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to do songs with the younger dudes, with Jay Cash and other dudes like that, because I can help them in their ministry just from the history that I know and from the experience that I've had. So I love to pour into the young dudes up and coming, because some of them don't know how to act. Some of them don't know the criteria. Some of them don't know how to do this. Some of them don't know how. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like little stuff like that. You know, that pointers that we can give them. I love to pour into the young dudes, you know, with the word, because that's what's the most important. You know, at the end of the day, the word can clean up anything. You know, it's like pine, salt, and bleach, baby. It comes through and clean up everything.
Can I say something? So I remember, like how you were saying, you just keep it real, and like you be in the midst of people, of whatever, something that happens, something happens, right?
Right.
I remember Pac saying one time, you know, he was like, I'm not a rapper, I'm a reporter. I'm reporting on what it is that I see. And me, I'm from Fresno. Okay. So like my family, we grew up like projects, that's where we came from. Like we knew a lot of the gang life. Right. And I remember when I was in college, there was a couple of people who knew nothing of that life, but they heard your music and they would ask questions like, oh, come on, man. That's like, was he just talking? I was like, no, like he's legitimately, they are telling what really happens in the street, right down to, I remember one time there was a lyric talking about creased 501 blues, and they were laughing. I was like, no, like that's serious. Like starching and creasing your clothes, like that says more than anything.
Yeah, homie, we grow up, we that was like, for us, that was when you starched and you creased your clothes and you gang banging and you grow up that way, that was discipline for us.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And so I think it's amazing that, you know, you're using the gift that God gave you. You're bringing people into a lifestyle that they would never know so that they can know it. You know what I'm saying? Not to glorify it, so that they can know it. And because like cats today would never, I don't think today at all, no new artist would have anybody picketing outside their venue saying, don't listen to this music. And the fact that you guys had to go through that because it didn't look like the gospel, but it truly was the gospel. Like those are dues and stripes that today's cats really need to like think about and like pay homage and respect to. Yep. And I'm not saying that in like I'm on a soapbox way. That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? And again, I think that's why so many people, you're like, oh man, all these people, I'm the little homie. Like these are the guys that put me on. And I think that you should know that this new generation, you are the big homie. You see what I'm saying? Like whether you believe it or not, like a lot of artists, especially like the artists that we look at, that we review their music on this channel, even if for like 6 degrees of separation, you are the big homie. Because if it weren't for you, like if it weren't for you, they wouldn't be them.
Yeah.
Even if they don't realize it. It's kind of like how Soup was to you. Like you paved the way for cats to, you know what I'm saying? And we're not.
I still to this day right now, you can ask Soup. I still to this day right now call Soup the big homie. When I talk to Soup, what's up, Sensei? What's up, big homie?
All right.
What's up with you, man? You know, that's my guy. You know, we exchange music all the time. You know, all the time. I talk to him. I talk to Idol King. I'll be talking to them. Yeah, so you know, I talk to a gang of these dudes, man, who put this music on because they was Soup and Idol King and Dynamic Twins and Peace and Tunnel Rats and all these dudes was doing this music before Gospel Gangstaz even came to the scene. They was already on the scene doing this music. Yeah. When we got saved and started going to church, we got a chance to see how they got out because we didn't want to do it because we thought it was corny.
I really think that the difference is you guys just blew up though. You guys just had a formula that people were wanting to listen to, and it was perfect timing. It was God's timing, right? I think it's awesome. I also think it's awesome that like 30 years later, Soup is still rocking with you. Like he's still doing beats. He was on Sleeping Giant with you, you know, last year, and so he still wants to put his name on your music, you know. So it's pretty. That's great.
Right now, I'm. Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but you know, gangsters can cook too. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a chef, man. You know, I got a cookbook that's finna come out.
What?
Okay.
On July 15th, man. I'm almost like I'm at the end of it right now at doing the dedications like to my mom and my grandmother and everybody who gave me all the good food, you know, over the years. But It's called From the Streets to the Kitchen.
There we go.
Dope.
Right.
Dope.
You know,
That's dope.
and it's a sandwich book of like, because my family is all from Louisiana and New Orleans. So, you know, po' boys and sandwiches is a big thing down there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So what I did was I did a sandwich book, you know, with, you know, shrimp po' boy, sausage and chicken, breakfast po' boy, a poppin' shrimp solo po' boy, so stuffed chicken po' boy.
Man.
So all of my sandwiches are stuffed.
Sounds good.
So what I do is I take the French bread from New Orleans and I cut it out and I stuff it with the food, all my ingredients. So you get meat and you get everything from the front to the back, all the way.
Can you go let James in?
Yeah, so it's pretty dope, man. It's you know it's something that the Father gave me because you know it's another ministry for me. You know what I mean? You know, food ain't really prejudice. You know, everybody.
I love it. I love it.
You know what I mean?
Nice, yeah.
Food don't have food. It ain't nobody's prejudiced to food. You know, I was in a Chinese restaurant and you see a black dude eating Chinese, a white dude eating Chinese, an Indian eating Chinese, a Spanish dude eating Chinese. Like food go across the board. You know, and I told the Father what I wanted to do is reinvent that thing, and I wanted to turn it into a ministry. So, you know, here you go, voila. You know. Chef Chille, sweet tooth.
Now, what about getting a food truck, Chille?
Yep, yeah. You know, right now I got a spot. You know what I mean? I got my own little spot in Cali. You know what I mean? Hopefully, probably a food truck soon. Couple of, you know, at the end of the day, I really want to franchise it. You know what I mean? You know, but it's a blessing. Before Solo passed away, me and him used to cook all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, passed away, man, I just started cooking and then I didn't stop. I just kept cooking and because it would help me, you know, calm down. It would help me think, you know, it's therapeutic for me. You know what I mean? So when I started cooking, man, I just didn't stop cooking. And everybody liked the food. Like when we just did the J Cash video. Me and J Cash, we just did the Who Dat video on Saturday.
Let's go.
And they was tripping out because after the video, I pulled all my stuff out of my truck and I cooked everybody some food.
Hey, we got room here in the studio if you want to. Yeah.
No, for real, Chille, you got to come here. I don't have a stove.
Do a cooking show with Juan. Let's do it.
We'll make it work.
Hey, you know, whenever, bro, on some real deal, man, I pop through and slide through, man. We'll grab that, man. I'll feed y'all how y'all.
Hey,
pull
y'all
up.
heard
Dude,
that.
that would be dope.
Y'all heard that.
And we'll do food reviews on the show. We always do music and video reviews. We'll review your food.
You can. On me. Let's do it. Let's put it together.
And I know you're in Vegas a lot anyways, man. You never slid through.
Yeah, I'm in Vegas all the time, bro. I was just up there.
And it gets on my nerves that you never come through.
All you got to do is invite me through, man. Just let me know.
I told you you're invited anytime.
Well, look, now we got a cooking date. So
Yeah,
let's
Hey,
go.
we'll make it work.
You and Solo were actually supposed to come to the studio when it was in my house probably like 10 years ago, and then something happened where you guys couldn't come through. It was late at night. But, yeah, the door is always open for you, bro. So,
man, good, man. You just... Let's pick a date, man. Let's do it. And, you know, I'll pop up, man. We could show it live. We could cook it on your show. We could show it live, bro.
Hey,
That'd
man,
be
can
dope.
you imagine?
That'd be dope.
Hey, real quick.
That's one of the things that I'm working on, too. I want to do something like a celebrity cook like thing to like people who like our music and been liking our music for years. You know, I want to knock on their door, bring my crew, and we set up and cook for their family.
That'd be
Let's
dope.
go.
Dope.
And then have Soup the Chemist rock a song.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, you could have a trial on us. You could bring that here to this family. You could feed this family here at the studio. Soup could come back to Vegas.
He'll cook the mic, you cook the food.
Exactly.
There we go.
Soup could get on. You know, we got a whole stage
I
area
like
where
it.
he could rap.
All we gotta do is hook it up, bro.
Say that again.
Y'all, hey man, all we gotta do is hook it up. Y'all said it. Let's do it.
Let's hook it
Let's
up.
do it. Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure. I want to get into this song we keep talking about. It's called Who Dat. Talk about this song real quick and talk about the artists that are featured.
Okay, the Who Dat song is me and J Cash, man. You know, he a young dude coming up. And I think at the end of the day, you know, y'all be calling him legendary like y'all call Gospel Gangstaz legendary. It's a hot song, man. We wanted to do something for the West Coast believers, something they could play in their car. You know, and when we talk about Who Dat, we talking about the Father, we talking about Jesus Christ, we talking about, you know, he gonna take the whole game over, you know, and anybody speaking about him is gonna win. You feel me? So
yes.
Who Dat praying, Who Dat praising, Who Dat reading that word, who that speaking that word? Who that? You feel me?
Dope. Song just dropped, so we're going to get into that right now. This is Chille Baby and J Cash with Who Dat right here, Speak Life Radio.
Yepper.
This song's crazy.
Yeah. It's going all the way down when we hitting your tape. Got some good news, time to spread it around. From the north to the south, to the east to the west. Praise to the king who gave us his best. Where would I be if I didn't have grace, huh? Where would I be if I didn't have faith, huh? A dead man with eternal spray tan, living in a strange land full of anguish, crying and gnashing of teeth, hoping for change. And I wouldn't get it, but now I got it, so hallelujah. Enduring all the way till I see the Lion of Judah. This ain't Muhammad, this ain't no crystal, this ain't no Buddha. This is the truth that make people wanna go out and shoot you. But I can never seize my goal. I serve the one who can kill a body and damn the soul. I'm waiting for the day when the sky is the road. When will that be? I don't know. Wait a minute. Who that? Who that? Oh. Yeah, for the lamb that was slain, he forever gon' reign. Who that? Who that? Yeah, when he pull up in that thing, he gon' take the whole game. Who that? Who that? Oh. Yeah, those were ears and eyes to see. Yeah. Who that? Who that? Yeah, out here really unashamed. Jesus Christ is his name. Who that?
The mic into bits and pieces, Humpty and Dumpty, the mic, my thesis, the anoint releases, capricious peace and its weakness, help me pick up the pieces, punch the throttle at Godspeed, the spirit of the Lord gassed me up, was moving too fast, he didn't pass me up, confessed my sins and I didn't pass the buck, now I'm quick to pray like I used to pass the Dutch, West Coast street preacher, speak life in every hood, never scary, my reputation is very good, Chille pull up, bring Christ to a dying environment, make the devil take an early retirement, I put that on Mr. Solo, rest in peace, we out to save soul, smash the devil, press repeat. Who that? Who they? Who them? Who this? The words say be like Christ, do this. Who that?
Who that? Oh. Yeah, for the lamb that was slain, he forever gon' reign. Who that? Who that? Yeah, when he pull up in that thing, he gon' take the whole game. Who that? Who that? Oh. Yeah, those were ears and eyes to see. Yeah. Who that? Who that? Yeah, out here really unashamed. Jesus Christ is his name. Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that?
Yeah, that is Who Dat. J Cash and Chille Baby right here, Speak Life Radio. Make sure you guys go check out that song, download it, and like we always say, man, don't just stream it for free, even though you can, but go buy it, man. These artists are selling songs too, so make sure you really support the artists if you are really down to support. If you guys are tuned in right now to the live feed, please share the live stream with all of your people right now. Just copy and paste, post up on Facebook, because we are now exclusively only on YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out. But we are here live with the man, the myth, the legend, Chille Baby. Bro, that's a sick song right there. How do you stay relevant doing this so long? Like a lot of artists, bro, that we hear that have been doing it for a long time, sometimes they just sound like 1983. So how do you stay relevant?
Man, Chris, man. Nah, man, you know, the way I stay relevant is, man, you know, I practice on my gift, bro, you know. I make sure it's sharp still, you know. I don't sleep on it. I don't just let it lie and lay there, you know. You know, and plus, you know, I ain't never had writer's block before, so you know, me and Solo, we have certain things, tools that we use that we got from other professionals like Pac and Snoop and a lot of these other guys that, you know, that's in the game gave us pointers like, oh, this is not how you have writer's block, and this is how you stay fresh, and this is how you did. So, you know, a lot of these young dudes, man, they, you know, like, people hit me up and say, oh, man, I might have to finish it later. I got writer's block. I say, well, I done wrote 3 verses to it. Pick which one you like. You know what I mean? And, you know, and I get that from Solo because he used to, even though it was 3 of us in a group, he would write 3 verses to every song.
Wow. Just in case someone fell off?
Yeah, nah, bro, the dude was just a bully on the pen.
A machine.
Like,
Hey,
you know, so it was like, you know, you got to keep up with this dude. And they like, how y'all get this off so fast? How y'all, most of the gospel gangster albums we did, bro, was done in 30 days, bro.
God,
Wow.
shut
Those
up.
kid you not. You can ask too, bro. Those albums was done in 30 days. Like gang affiliating and all of that. It's done in like 30 days.
That's crazy.
That's
Do
a
it down
machine,
30,
man.
45 days, bro. Because we just on the pen. When you hungry, man.
Yeah.
I'm, I'll give y'all a couple of secrets to these young cats. If you never want writer's block, all you have to do is read your Bible like you read it.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Get you a rhyming dictionary, get you a regular dictionary, get you a thesaurus, and you'll never have writer's block if you study those.
Mm.
There we go.
Because
That's good.
the rhyming
You just answered my
dictionary,
question.
once you read these words so many times, it's already known scientifically. After you say something 8 or 9 times, it's embedded in your brain, embedded in your system. So once you keep reading these words over and over again, like we read the word and the scriptures, that's how we know how to fight the devil off, right? It's the same with this music, man. You reading that thesaurus, you reading the rhyming dictionary, you reading stuff about the world news, you reading all kind of stuff. That stuff gets embedded, and that's why they asked Pac, why you such a great writer and all that? Pac said, I read everything. I read, study everything.
That's it.
And and it's like, how you gonna tell somebody that's a Buddhist about Christ if you don't know about it?
Mm.
How you gonna tell somebody that about stop shooting guns if you don't know about it? You know what I mean? So us is in the ministry, we had to know about these things. You know what I mean? At one point, me and Solo was just going around the churches like shutting them down because all the, when you say you believe in, then you really ain't that, and you really don't know that word like you say you know it. We're gonna shut you down.
And do you think, Chille, that might be one of the dangers in Christian hip hop right now? We have a lot of Christian rappers and even pastors. You get all these internet pastors these days that don't really know the word. Like they're saying stuff to make it sound like it's cool and knowledgeable. But I think there's a lack of discipline in a lot of Christian hip hop. Do you think that's the issue?
Well, I think so too. I think it's a little lack of discipline, and plus one thing that I never really liked is like, I don't like when you sound the same. You know what I mean? So like if you're an MC and you sound, if I go to your show and you got your group up there, or you putting on a show and you got 5 dudes that sound just like you, that's in your clique, that's coming out, it make me lose interest.
Yeah.
I don't want no more.
That's why Gospel Gangsters was dope, because you all had different voices, different flows.
You knew who was rapping. Like it wasn't even a question.
Yep.
Right. And you feel me? Like sometimes, like on my stuff, people will say like, who is that? And I'll be like, that's me. That's you. I don't want to sound like the same dude every time. I don't want to have the same flow every time. I don't want to da-da-da-da-da every time. Bro, it's got to be fresh. It got to be new. You got to keep your gift sharp, bro. You got to read that word. You got to write. You got to stay on top. And that's how Gospel Gangsters, and we stay on top, man. It's just a gift. And if you got the gift, bro, you got it. And some gospel rappers shouldn't even be rapping.
Speak on
They
it.
should do something else. They whack. They make
Speak on it.
They
Thank
make
you.
her look weak.
Yeah.
I'm a real one, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you on this mic, bro.
Yeah.
Some gospel make our genre look weak. And to all of the ones that make them look weak, let the soldiers do what the soldiers do, bro. Y'all sit down and do what y'all do.
Yeah.
Pray for us, bro. Maybe you don't supposed to be the MC. You weakening the chain. Let the dope dudes do what they do, and then you do what you do, bro. Find out what God really wants you to do. You know what I mean? Look in the secular industry.
Yeah.
When you look at, you got white dudes in the secular industry too, but the dudes that's in the secular industry that's in there, they're gonna let you know ain't no whack rappers wanted around here.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's gonna make us all look weak.
Yep.
You feel me? Nah, I don't want no whack rapper on my team. Period.
That's it.
I'm sorry. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you the reason why. We went to Portland one time. I ain't gonna say no names, but we have CDs, right? We giving out these CDs.
Hey, we name
right?
names on this show, Chille.
Bro.
Hey, we hurt people's feelings with the reviews,
right here,
so here we go.
This name right here, bro, this is my partner, so I don't want to do him like
Oh, okay,
that.
all
But
right.
listen, so, it's not just him, just a couple more. But, we at the show, people giving away a lot of CDs and stuff. So we witnessed to the gangsters that was there. They had gave them a lot of CDs and everything. So after it was over, they was like, well, what y'all finna do? We was like, we going home with y'all. We finna hop in the Lolos with y'all. You know, they had Lolos on switches and everything. We was like, we finna hop and go to y'all neighborhood with y'all. They was like, for real? We was like, yeah, bro, we real ones. Let's go. You feel me? So the pastor and them like, well, we was gonna go eat. We like, nah, we finna go minister some more. So we finna hop in the car with them and we finna go hang out with them. I'll see y'all tomorrow at church, right?
Come on.
So listen, on our way on the freeway, we slide to their neighborhood, bro. They taking these CDs, bro. They putting them in the CD thing, listening to them. 30 seconds, popping them out, throwing them on the freeway. No way, no way, no way. Put one in. Oh man, why don't we just play y'all?
That's
and
what I'm talking
and
about.
It wasn't like we was just the ones. It wasn't like that, but it showed me what generations listen to. You know, and it showed me like what gangsters do, what gangsters are willing to listen to and what they not willing to listen to, and what they thought was dope and what they didn't think was dope. So that helped us, because when we went back to make music, we didn't want to make no music like that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right. I like it. I like
feel
it.
Me? You know, man, I would say to all the young dudes, man, just, you know, try to keep in tune with your gift, bro. Study that word. That word gonna make you more sharper than anything. You feel me?
That's truth, man.
That's true.
The word make you sharp, bro.
What's up?
You want to go?
Well, so I had asked a question in the chat, you know, if anybody had any questions for you specifically. So I had a couple of questions that I saw, and I'm just going to throw them all out there, and then you can answer them at will. That way nobody feels like I was forgetting them. Okay. One of the questions was, what artist would you like to work with, like presently, on your new project?
New artist
or any artist. Like, was it new artist or
I think like current artists. Yeah.
What on your current project? What is in your opinion? Because everybody's like, just buy the whole thing. What is, if you're like, listen to this track off your new project and that this track says it all? And then the question that I really want to hear about is can you talk about the life impact and legacy that Solo had with you, with the group, how everybody met, how you know, the whole impact of it. Now, I know all of those questions are good, but there's one that I really want to hear about.
Yeah.
All right.
So go.
Well, for Solo, man, you know, me and Solo, you know, we grew up together. Like, my mom was on drugs, and you know, I didn't have a dad or nothing like that. So his mom was a praying mom. So that's how, you know, we met in like high school, bro. Like, you know, we met in high school, and you know, we was banging, you know, we was pushing the line, and then he went and got born again first. So he went and got born again first. He would come to my dope spot, pick me up, minister to me, and then drop me back off and say, hey, you want to go to church with me now? I'd be like, nah, because for one, I was mad with him because I felt like he left me, because that was my brother, that was my best friend, and we did everything together. And when I say everything, I mean everything. You know what I mean? So, you know, and then when he passed away, bro, the impact, it was a bigger impact on my life, because then I started thinking about all the stuff we've been through, and thinking about how, like, I got a whole neighborhood full of homies, man, but the Father handpicked me and Solo out. Come on. You know what I mean? And you know, Solo could have went to anybody and ministered to them, but God told him to minister to me. You feel me? So he made a big super impact on my life, man. If it wouldn't been for Solo, bro, I wouldn't even be here talking about the gospel today, bro.
Come on.
How long was that when Solo got saved and then you got saved?
Probably dead or in jail, bro.
How long of a gap was it when Solo got saved and was ministering to you, and then you gave your life to the Lord?
Like 3 months, 4 months.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Like I told you, bro, we did everything together. So it was like, he get the job, I get that job. If I go work somewhere else, he get work. I get married, he get married. I get these pair of shoes, he gonna go get the pair of shoes. We were like twins, bro. Yeah. You know, I was just big and he was small. You know what I mean? And you know, like everywhere we would go. And this is what's crazy. Like, I just did an interview like about a year ago, and with one of his cousins, that has a show, secular comedian has a show. And when I mentioned that me and Solo really wasn't brothers, he didn't know that. Because all of his life, ever since he been a baby and been born, he's wanting to be in the business of entertainment, but he's always looked at me and Solo. So I've been
this
around
is Solo's
Solo's family
cousin.
so long that
They thought you were related.
his cousins always thought that I
That's
was
wild.
his blood relative.
Wow.
Because we've been together and we've been so tight so long. So it's a generation of his family that has grown up.
Yeah.
That didn't never know that we wasn't really family. They thought that Solo mom was my real mom, everything.
Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Never knew. So that's the impact Solo had on me, bro. That's how tight we is. And when he passed away, I probably walked, bro, for like 2 miles and just screamed and cried, bro. Like, I can't believe my best friend gone. I can't believe my brother is gone. Like this, you know, and it happened so fast. You know, when it happened, I was in the neighborhood and my daughter called me like, Dad, they say that Uncle Solo is not breathing well. And they rushing him to the hospital. You know what I mean? And man, I got gas, bro.
I mean, just knowing the impact in the way I felt, not even know, you know, I knew Solo just, you know, talking to him online, and, you know, we talked junk about basketball and stuff like that, about Clippers, and I know the impact, and it was probably like midnight. I saw something on Facebook, and I was crushed. So I can't even imagine the way you felt and the way you still feel being that close. Like,
every day, bro.
You guys are basically one.
Every day. I miss my homie every day, bro. Every it ain't a day that don't go by, bro. It's not one day that don't go by that I don't miss my homie, man. And it'll be like that forever, bro. That's the impact that me and him had on each other, man. Like, you know. So, you know, man, he was, because we didn't have no dads on our line. You know, we took care of each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We made sure we ate. We made sure we was together. You know what I'm saying? We made sure we took care of each other, man, all our lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, big shout outs to my boy, man. He big impact on me. Big a life impact on me.
Yeah.
I was a knucklehead, bro. I didn't even in gospel hip hop, bro, even in music, I almost lost a deal before because I was that knucklehead dude. You know, and Solo was always the level-headed dude, like, hold on, man, let's think about this first. Let's talk. Come on, Chille, hold on. You know what I mean? So he was for the gospel gangsters, bro, he was a great leader. He was a great man of God, bro. He was a great leader of the group, man, and I miss him. I miss him every day, bro. I miss him every day. So, and not just the impact of me, bro. He got an impact on my neighborhood. He got an impact on people. It was just something about him, bro. When you met him and you talked to him, you know, he had this impact, and the way he talked to you, and the way the father, you know, the things the father would say to him and give him, man, was just incredible.
I love it, man.
People like I probably want to work with, man. I know for a fact I want to work with Miles.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. Have you ever come across him?
No, I at a couple shows with him and Jay Cash, like a couple shows, but not really like that. So I had told Cash, let's get down. And he was like, okay, man, let's get down. And then it took us a little while to get it together, but now we got that together. So I would like to work with Miles, man. And to keep it real, I would like to work with a lot of the dudes that I came up with. You know, Northern Verbs, you know what I'm saying? Me and Soup just did one. I want to do one with Ped. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'd like to do something with Lecrae too. I wouldn't mind doing something with Lecrae.
That would be
dope.
He gave you a shout out on socials recently, right? He talked about he talked about OGs. He tagged you, I think, on an Instagram post, right?
Oh man, I probably, bro. I don't, you know, keep it real, bro. I don't even know. But yeah, I'd like to work with Lecrae, do something with Lecrae, man.
That'd be fire.
And a lot of the guys that still in the genre or that grew up with me, you know what I'm saying? I'd love to bring that back because people need to know the history of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
Even if I have to work, even if I have to help some of them on their styles, I'm with that.
I love it. I love it.
You know, man, I'm a teacher now. I'm a coach, baby. You know? I'm ready to coach the game, man. These young dudes need some help. All they gotta do is hit my DM, man.
Yeah.
Hit me. I give them whatever wisdom I have, you know, that I have about this game, about this genre, about life, about the word. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open, man, you know, to help somebody because just somebody helped me. You know what I mean?
And we need to do something to be able to create some type of event that honors the OGs in Christian hip hop, you know. And I know they've done it a little bit. I think there was something, you know, last year in Texas, and I think
he's in a documentary.
The documentary, yeah.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Soup was there. Yeah, I think we need more of that. Is that documentary out? Did that ever come out?
I don't think it came out yet.
Okay, because I know you guys did some shows and stuff like that, but we need more of that. One documentary is not enough. We need more. We need to keep that alive. And while you guys are still here, man, I mean, there's regrets I have not seeing Solo again. We actually did a show with you guys a long time ago in Long Beach. I forgot about that. It was you and Solo in Long Beach with my man Bobby Marquez.
Right.
Yeah, I had my group. That was like the end of me rapping too. That was like the end of my days. But
you know, and these young dudes, man, that even the young dudes that's out there, the Craze, the Miles, the many that's doing it big, and you know, and to the older cast that did it before them, like on some real deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real one. It's like I don't want nothing from you. I want you to be educated, if anything. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's I think about it. You know, I don't need nothing. I'm not reaching out for a handout. I want you to educate your people. If you're in that young generation, educate them about the older generation.
Yeah.
So it can keep going.
Yep.
And from generation to generation to generation to generation.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I love what Lecrae done done with the game and the Miles and all of those dudes, man. I love how they done changed the game and we're everywhere and there's so many rappers now. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing for me. My thing is like, I just hope that they're able to educate everybody else. And the only way that I see that we can bridge the gap, like y'all said, we got to do some shows. We got to have some interviews together. We got to do some podcasting together. You know, other than that, you know, people go by what they see, not what they hear. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So if you see me and Lecrae on an interview or Miles on an interview or something like that, and you see me and Bizzle or something like that, you know, it's like, you know, people look at that and say, oh, so that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because, you know, some people that listen to this genre of music might not listen to me. But if Bizzles or if Lecrae or Miles or Jay Cash be like, nah, bro, that's such and such it right there. And this is what happened right here. Then they like, oh, why? Because like y'all say that our music was the first the first music that y'all heard. Jay Cash and Miles Minix and Lecrae and all the rest of the dudes that's out that's doing it really big right now is a generation of them that ain't never heard gospel gangsters. That only know Lecrae, that only know Miles, that only know Cash. So you got to respect that too. So if from generation to generation we don't do our job, then it'll be just lost in the sauce.
A Bizzle and Chille collab
this music and they can't
crazy.
That would be dope.
That would be dope.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, so Chille, talk about do you got a follow up to Sleeping Giant? You talked about your cookbook, but you got any music cooking?
Yeah, man. Actually, I got music cooking, man, because the cookbook gonna have music too.
Oh, let's go.
So every cookbook that I put out, I'm putting out a sandwich and then French fries and then sweets, right? All of those will have music in them. Besides the other stuff that I'm working on. So just because I don't post, bro, you know I'm a G1. I might not post like that, but I'm working, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working. Trust me. I'm working.
And when you say you keep your pen sharp, is that something like, I'm just curious, like, are you still like writing every day? Like, I know as a writer, like you write all the time, but you don't record everything.
I be driving and I get stuff. I pull over and I get stuff.
There you go.
Phone is filled up right now with about 300 ideas. just you know, jotting down. The Father give me a lyric, I jot it down. You know, you got to stay sharp on your pen, man. like getting and go, train to go, like your boy Cash say right now. TTG, you train to go. When you in this word, you in this game, man, you gotta be trained to go. Tell somebody about Jesus Christ at any time. And if you ain't prayed up, and if you ain't prayed up, man, you ain't read that word, bro, you ain't gonna be able to do none of that. Devil will push you over.
Yeah,
that's true.
You got it.
Hey, real quick, do you have another light? It's getting dark in your room, Chille.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
And while he's checking
and then
on
real
the
quick,
light, go ahead.
Luke sent me the tweet from Lecrae. It was December 27th of 22. He said, "Grits, cross movement, tunnel rats, gospel gangsters, grape tree, know them, know me." So, he's basically saying, like, I wouldn't exist if it wasn't for these people. But we need to hear that more. Like, that's dope. Lecrae said that. We need to hear that more.
Show right there.
That show would be fire. I got
ridiculous.
Goosebumps. Look.
Imagine that tour right there.
Bro.
Soup, me, Petty, Nordbergs.
Come on.
Tunnel, Craig, Miles, Cash.
And I'm mad he didn't say Soup in this, but I actually had the pleasure of introducing Soup and Lecrae at a Jay Givens concert in Hollywood. I can't remember what year that was, 2017, something like that. But they had never met each other before, and I was shocked. So I grabbed Soup. I'm like, bro, let's go backstage and actually meet Lecrae, for the first time, because I know there was a little bit of beef there, nothing too serious, but I was able to introduce them for the first time. So that was like a highlight of my life, and got to, get a picture with them and everything. So, but it's dope that Lecrae, because he knows that. I mean, cross movement really helped bring him up.
Yep.
So more younger artists, we need to keep, and it is our job as media and podcasts and stuff like that to be the ones to continue to push that, and not just do it for the month of June like we're doing right now, but continue to keep that alive throughout the months and years. And I definitely want to see a show, bro. We have to figure out a way. Maybe we can get some of that Rapzilla money from Luke to put this show on.
Well, we get some of that Rapzilla money from Luke and his good credit, and we can make that.
Gosh, I'm just thinking now, like, if I were to do like a "This Is What I Came Up On" tour, like show, man, because I think TR is like a couple of months back. Didn't they do a show?
Yeah,
they did.
It was
they
on
did
a Thursday, so I couldn't make it. But everybody was there too. Peace even came in. He lives in Hawaii now. He flew in from Hawaii.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Dax too from the Tunnel Rats like about 2 weeks ago. Me and him about to do a record too.
Dude, let's go. That's dope.
That's gonna be dope.
Is it going to be like a gospel singing, or is it going to be like rapping? Because either way, that would be
whatever
dope.
Dax do, he's great. So I don't. Once we get the track, I'll let Dax see. Like,
look, you can't drop this info on us, and then because we're going to be hungry and waiting for that.
Listen, bro. With the older dudes, like that do this, that's been in this game, we trust each other,
right?
So I can tell Soup, hey, Soup, I'm thinking about doing this type of track with this type of vibe. I'm going to just send it to you. He going to send me something back hot.
Yeah.
I trust him.
Right.
You know, I don't have to sit there and watch Soup. I don't have to watch Dax. I don't have to watch Peace. I don't have to watch these dudes.
That's dope.
These dudes, they know what they're doing. They professionals. They've been doing it for a long time, and I trust them. So people like that, I just give them the record and walk away. So somebody like Dax, I'll send Dax a track and be like, hey, man, do what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let him let the Father shine through him, and then I'm going to come through on the back end and make it happen. You know what I mean?
That's just dope, dude.
You know what I mean? That's, a lot of people in this game, man, I don't know why they be trying to take God out of reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And God is in reality. They try to act like they walking in the spirit like 24/7 a day, and you not. Because if you work at McDonald's, you bringing up hamburgers and cheeseburgers. You ain't praying at that. You know what I mean? So you need to take God. You need to take God everywhere. Let him be in the reality in your life. And stop spooking yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keep it real with yourself, because this is the thing. When you go to sleep, bro, you lay down in that bed, it's two people you can't lie to. You and God, and the devil listening.
Wow.
That's deep.
So, you got to always keep it real with yourself, man, at the end of the day.
Man.
And that's why that I keep it real with myself. You know, and I tell people, well, you know, Chille baby here and Chille ain't going nowhere. So you might well get used to me and like me, because if you don't, just stay in the corner, because I'm not going anywhere. You know? The gospel here, gospel gangsters here, campaign here, I'm staying here. Rare Breed here, Ion here, Terry here, my clique. I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm here, you know.
That's dope, man. We are live with Chille Baby, Gospel Gangsters. Any last words you want to part with us, Chille Baby? And we're getting you in the studio soon. Like, this isn't something that's going to happen in a year from now.
I'm about that
we
food.
need that food. I'm hungry. Like, I want to kick it with you, but I really want the food that you're bringing. And Soup's still in the live. Soup, you're coming too. I don't know if you were on when he said you need to come rock the mic and cook. And Soup was barbecuing right after our show. He didn't invite us to the barbecue. So I got some carne beef with him.
Oh, wow.
Listen though, y'all, for real. Stoop hit me up one day and he said, man, we need to do some like a backyard boogie thing. And I was like, what you mean? He said, we need to go do shows in people's backyards. So he was talking about people that book us, me and him, or whoever we take with us privately in their backyards. And it's just a personal thing. We pull up to your house, put the system in your backyard, we rock a show, and we out of there.
Dude,
Food,
that is sick.
Every backyard boogie, you know what I mean?
Yo,
so
we
it
used to
ain't
do
a whole
stuff
lot
like
of
that
people.
all the
It
time
ain't
back in the day.
whoever pack out the backyard, and that's it. You know, and we talking about real houses, not no palladiums, not no warehouse spots, not no real houses. Like going to rock personally in your backyard.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
we've been talking about that, you know. So we just trying to we got a lot of things we talking about. We want to put together.
Yeah,
like that scene in La Bamba when Richie comes and brings all those pizzas to the pizza party. That's it.
Oh, pizza sounds so
good. You see what I'm saying? My bad.
You
No,
feel me?
Dope,
Chille Baby cooking and we on in the back, you know, Soup on the mic.
That'd be dope,
dude. We got to make all this stuff happen. I mean, yeah, we got to make all this stuff happen. Chille, man, I appreciate you getting on with us. I'll hit you up tomorrow so we can talk about everything else to get you out here.
Bro.
For
I
sure,
love y'all, man. I love everybody that tuned in, man.
Appreciate you.
You know, keep God first, man. Make sure you pray, man. Make sure you stand at word, man. Anybody listening right now, I pray in the name of Jesus that he watches over you guys, man, and his spirit fills you up enough to where you don't need nothing else but him, bro. I pray that y'all read the word more, that you pray more, you know what I mean? That you do your praise and worship more, you know what I mean? Bind the devil, get the devil out your life, you know. Get yourself out of the way, man, and put God in that place, man, and see what God got for you, man. I mean, you tried everything else. You probably tried crack, drugs, all of that, you know. Try God, man, and just give him, you know, just give him a smidgen and he gonna take a lot, you know what I mean? You take one step, God gonna take 3 steps, you know what I mean? I pray that if you don't know God right now, that you listening to this podcast right now, that you confess Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, and you let him move in your life. You know, you've let everything else. You've tried the women, you've tried everything. You've argued with your mother, your mother, your grandmother, your uncles, your dad, all of that. Give God a chance, man. Get out the way and just give God a chance to work in your life, bro. Take one step and let him take the other 3 steps, bro. And I promise you that God will do it for you, man. Confess Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. Don't go to sleep tonight without knowing God. Anybody that's listening, anybody watching, do not go to sleep tonight without giving your life to God. You don't understand. Every day that you wake up, your life depends on it. Knowing God depends on it. Your life depends on it. So don't go to sleep without the Father today.
Love it.
Don't wake up without the Father tomorrow.
Amen.
You feel me? Because we not promised tomorrow. We not promised to live to tomorrow. Nobody is. So you don't want to die without the Father, man. Confess Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. You know, this campaign, Chille Baby Gospel Gangsters, you know, thank y'all for having me on the show, man. Speak life, baby.
Definitely, man.
You know,
I appreciate you getting on with us, bro.
West
Side.
Definitely appreciate you, Chille. We'll definitely be in talk soon.
All right.
Yo.
All right, man. That is Chille from the original Gospel Gangsters. You can't even not be original because you'll look funny trying to copy what they have done and did. So, man, I definitely appreciate just the knowledge dropped tonight. That's deep, man. I don't even know where to go from there. Where do we even go from there, fellas?
One of the things that stood out to me that he said was this. Like, he gave an open invitation and said, anybody that wants to get together so that they can, it'll be more of like it's a collaboration, but it's more of an education so that, current generation can see what the past generations, what has been offered and to build on. Like, any of the artists that we review, because there are some dope artists that I've been with Quan since like the inception of the Speak Life radio show, right? Like, we've been doing this
before that,
like forever. So any art, like, this man is like an originator, and he gave an open invitation to be like, hey, let's collab, let's work. And can you imagine, like, so we give reviews, live reviews on the air. Like, hey, I want to do a song with you, and like getting a critique from him so that he can make you better. I mean, come on. How can you pass that up?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what was that?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I mean, because we had somebody else come in the studio, so I'd open up another mic. Right. And with these limited Rodecaster boards with only 4 mic input channels, Rode, I already hit you up and got on you for it because they created new ones at the beginning of the year for I think what's the conference out here?
NAM?
Yeah, no. Broadcasters, NAB. And they put out a smaller one, a 2-channel one. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, what about
more?
I need 8 channels, Rode. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna send this clip to Rode and put it on YouTube and harass you guys until you give me a bigger board, because now I just got 2 linked up, and then it always creates noise from the other mics. So let me get those on real quick. I do appreciate some of the other features you put in there. All right, let me see now. All right, go ahead and talk, James.
Yo, what's up?
You got to pull that mic up closer, I believe. Let me see.
Yo,
Zone 3.
Yo, Zone 3. I was trying to talk to Chille. I'm like, yeah, hey, what's going on? I'm jumping over to the other mic.
Oh, man, you should have said something. I would have.
No, it's all good.
Man.
I'm chilling,
good,
bro.
man. You came in
I'm
late.
just happy to be here. Yeah, exactly. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to.
Oh, you've
chill
got that broadcaster's voice. You heard
He's
that?
got a deep voice.
Yeah, you heard that?
Well, and that's good because he's usually whispering at the beginning of all the songs.
Had to bring it back.
Oh,
Definitely.
man.
I still haven't sent it. I'm not sending it.
You're not sending what?
The other whisper track. I was supposed to send it to you.
Oh, okay. Because I know you did send a track tonight, so
Yeah, don't play that.
no, we're playing it. This is going to be the first time that
We're going to do a critique live.
I mean, we've done it for Luke and stuff like that, but he already knew he was dope.
But Luke is dope. Luke knows he's dope.
But we actually have an artist in the studio, folks. We have Zone 3 in the studio, and he's gonna we're gonna critique his music.
He even wore his own merch.
This is funny. This is a funny story. Me and my son went and got some shirts made yesterday. He's like, Dad, I want a hat. I want a red hat. And I was like, you want a red hat? I never wear red, to be honest. So I put it on, and I was like, you know what? Your hat's dope.
It looks
I was like,
good.
I'm taking your hat. And he's like, no, I want my hat. He's 8,
Hey, red always looks good on. Like I'm a fan of red, so when you came out, I was like, oh, okay, like this looks dope. Yeah, I like it. The fits.
And let me tell you guys something, man. For the people watching, man, they're in Las Vegas, but you guys think of Las Vegas gambling, man. They're really in Las Vegas around here. They're downtown. They're in the hood. I'm walking down the street. I'm like, man, am I wearing the right color right now?
We almost got in a fight before we turned the cameras on.
We
Yeah.
almost had to
did.
beat up the homeless
We
dude.
almost did.
I mean, it's like that every day with me up here.
It's awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a red neighborhood, so you're safe.
Fire.
Oh, man.
All right, listen, I appreciate everybody tuned in for the interview. And now we do have some music reviews we're going to be getting into as well. Let's see. Avery Harden sent in something last night. Don't have a music video today, but it's something a little more heartfelt. Looking forward to Joe Sife's reaction.
Uh-oh.
So, okay.
All right.
You know what I'm thinking? Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Let's
what are
go.
you thinking?
Are we going in? Let's go in.
Are we
Tell
doing
me
it?
what you're thinking.
Well, because I was thinking about everything that he was saying. Obviously, yes, we want to get him out here for the food and the whatnot. But he had also said, there should be a documentary made. And I think about
there is a documentary.
No, he's saying there should be more, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking about is all of the videographers that who have amazing videos that post their videos. what if we just had like a whole crew that got together to literally make a CHH hip hop documentary? Because we have all the videographers, we have everybody who has the knowledge of camera editing, whatever. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there for everybody that tunes in every week.
Let's not throw it out to the whole world, because we'll talk after the show. Because I already have other people hitting me up about the same thing. So
okay,
I don't want to.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying
I don't want these people stealing our ideas.
Okay, all right. Well,
yeah.
It is true though, man.
Dude,
I mean,
there's just so much untapped potential.
People just grabbing and biting. I'm telling you.
I had something fun I wanted to share tonight, but if we want to just get straight to the
let's get into a
reviews.
song and then we'll share something.
Okay, dope.
Yeah,
we'll hurt some people's
Yeah, we
feelings.
can sprinkle it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mix it up a little bit. So this first track is Avery Harden, called Beloved. How do you say that word? Because everyone says it different.
If it's
Beloved
just by
or
itself, I think it's beloved.
It's beloved.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what we're gonna play right here, right now. Speak Life Radio Live, music and video review. If I didn't pay you last week, my bad. Just keep hitting up my DMs. I get busy. I'm not broke. What? No, you're good. You're good.
I just wanna be loved, baby. 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 Ever since the adolescence, I've been feeling for it. Mom and pops, they had a split, so I've been dreaming for it. When I found my first love, you won't see me blow it. Chasing love, they like, run for it, go for it. And I'm just praying that y'all wish me well. Feeling like I'm about to drown in this wishing well. Only been in lust with these Jezebels. Have you ever felt stuck in a living hell? Back in 1999, didn't know that drive to Vegas would impact me. My mom stayed in GA, my pops wasn't happy. Gerard held me down in that backseat, holding back tears. That road trip was a tragedy. First year, I wouldn't really say the worst year. I gained some new family, my rap dreams was birthed here. Second year, started mixing melodies with pain. I'm writing down the thoughts in my brain, wishing moms would've came. And I know my life would've changed, but I thank God kept me sane. Her absence left a stain, but I give it all if love was exchanged. I just wanna be loved, baby. 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 I just wanna be. Pops got married 3 times, is this a curse? 1 Corinthians, you should probably pick up that verse. Try not to follow his footsteps, stay hurt. He taught me to be a man, I feel like I'm overworked. New lessons learned. I built these bridges for these women, but they let them burn. I want love, I want affection, but they not concerned about me though. See though, the way I'm seeing love, I'm just watching it like it's TiVo. Family broken, it's too hard to connect. I just want them to love me, they too worried about respect. You selfish, did you love me? You just worry about the next. I love different, it's the heart trying to protect. I just wanna be loved, baby. 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 I just wanna be.
Sheesh.
I like that one.
Yeah, the show's over. Let's just go. We can go home now. Nobody's.
Check.
All right, that is Avery Harden with Be Loved right here. Speak Life Radio. I had to go check my camera because Leroy was creeping again. And PJ left my door unlocked.
Check.
Party foul.
Listen, man, that's man. It's called Be Loved by Avery Harden. They're trying to give him the money right now. He won last week. I don't like when people take my money week after week, but
man,
yeah, that's Avery Harden with Be Loved. I'm gonna let Zone 3 go first on this because it's his first time. So first timers in the studio always have to critique first. So, and we rate 1 through 5, as you know, because we've given you a lot of 2. So,
-2. Let's get it. Man, no, man, that mix was fire, man. That's actually the very first thing I heard that stuck out to me was that mix. It was just clean. That hook was fire. You said when you took that trip to Vegas in that first verse, I heard that. Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. But no, the verses were dope. The hook was fire, bro. Not much bad I could say about that, man. It was just dope. I'll give it a 3.9.
3.9. All right. PJ.
What's the point scale again? It's been a minute.
1 to 5.
Man,
1 to 5?
I just said
Or
it.
0 to 5. Yeah,
0
depends
to
on how
5?
bad you
Yeah,
are.
you can give it 0.
0 to 5.
I like
You can give it 0 if you want.
the mix was perfect. It was professional. I like that the song was real. I felt the words. I like how you painted the picture. I give it a 5. Coming off.
A 5. Look at him, man. First show back, and he's already overdoing things. All right, Luke, what do you got?
Man, I loved how the beat progressed. Like it starts out, it almost sounded like a beautiful eulogy with the pop and fizz at the beginning, and then he rolls in with the singing on that hook, and he didn't do too much once it came time for him to rap. A lot of times people like get amped up and then they just want to like just spit like right on it. Like with what the beat called for and what he had already set up with that hook, he was just smooth, man. And those rhymes just flowed perfectly. And then like he switched it up and went to like a melodic rap at the end of the first verse. Like it was fire, bro.
So
and
good.
then there's some, storytelling. Like he talked about how his mom and like how he wished she was there. The whole that rhyme scheme with Jezebel and Live in Hell. I really loved that. And then takes us on the journey because then he starts looking at his father's life. And man, it was so well constructed. Like everything was put together perfectly. That beat was crazy. And then just emotion came out of that song by him just withholding like that aggressiveness. I felt like it was more emotional because of that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's a perfect track. I give it a 5 too. I'm sorry.
Like 2.5.
So,
yeah,
2.5.
So I'm gonna give it a 5 as well.
Wow.
And here's the reason why. So everybody knows this about me. One of the verse, the beats, like each verse, everything, the way, like who produced the track. If that was you on the production, hats off. But who produced the track, it was dope. But when you were going on that every other bar rhyme pattern on that second verse, so like it's like A. Da 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 B da 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 A B da 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 A da 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 B. Like I've only heard a handful of MCs do that to where like you're expecting it, but then when you hear it actually happen, you're like, bro, you pulled that off. Super dope. And Avery's Avery, man. Like I'm sorry, like he's dope. So that's
he's kind of like a Busta Rhymes almost, where like he can be like a little zany almost. Like last week he was like out there, right? with his music. I like this look way better. But not that but because he's able to do the other. Like if it was only this, I would get tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
Because everything's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, it's good storytelling, but he's able to like show different sides.
Crazy
Super
talented,
dope.
crazy
So
talented.
Quan's probably gonna be like, I'm only gonna give him a 2.
No, I'm not giving him a 2. I'm trying to set up all these cameras. So, you guys get here on time next time. I already knew he was going to be late. I give it a 4.9.
All right.
Because I want to be a little different. But no, I love the song. Like you're right. Right when it hit, it was something so different from Avery. His voice even sounded different. Like it didn't even sound like Avery to me.
He was reserved. He was
it was a way different voice. And I like that a lot, and I think that's what he was trying to get at. And the fact he even said in the email, "I'm looking for Joe Sipes' reaction," and you got it right there. So 4.9 for sure. That's high. You gave it a 3.9.
Yeah, I did. And now I'm hearing all these 5s, and I'm like, man,
It's okay. It's your first time.
You just gotta be confident. In
That's why I wanted you to go first. I didn't want you to be influenced by what.
right.
And he called him out specifically, so I know if he's giving him a 5, it must be difficult to get a 5 out of you.
Well, I mean, so
it's difficult to get a 5 from anybody, though.
Yeah,
like,
it's really,
a 5 is basically a perfect
there's nothing
song.
wrong with the song.
Yeah.
It's very rare to start out the show with a 5.
Hooks,
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff. Yeah, usually we start out with some 2s.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So
Hey, Quan, I think that's the first 4.9 I ever heard come out of your mouth.
I've heard.
I gave some last week.
Oh,
We
you
had
did?
some.
Okay.
We had some
some
heat
fire ones last
Yeah.
week, too.
It
Yeah.
took a long time. You guys, really.
Well, shoot, we've been in the cut for what, like 6 months? You said, like almost
Yeah,
half
it's
a
been a
year.
while,
So
yeah.
like everybody's had a chance to like, dig deep,
Yep.
and I think that's dope.
And if you guys are watching in the live stream, please share the live stream with your people. I know a lot of people sleep at this time of night. We're on the West Coast, so share the replay too. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Chille Baby interview. There was a lot of knowledge being dropped in that interview, and that's the type of stuff I think our genre needs more of, because we do see people falling away so much where they're like so hard for God. They're doing this for years, and then all of a sudden you're, because so many people rap. So we're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, and we see like this person's not a Christian anymore. They're not living this way anymore, and it's kind of disheartening because we grew up on listening to these people, and now they're not doing what we liked and why we were following them in the first place. So I think it is very important to have people like Chille Baby and other OGs in the game to be able to speak to us and show us that we have to keep God first in everything we're doing, because it's so easy to get caught up in the music of it and the quote unquote fame of it. A lot of people are internet famous, and they will throw God away because he got a little bit of attention on the internet. So, but anyways,
really quick. So, what's your take on that? So, like you say, people, they're not Christians no more, and they've fallen away. How do we bring them back? I mean, it's not. I know it's not us. It's not our works that bring them back, right? God's gonna bring them back, But like, what can I've been thinking about this. Like, what could I do? Because I've been there. I felt bad.
you just got to keep loving on people, I think, and keep being
Stay consistent,
being who you are.
Yep.
And depend on God and pray and talk to them. You need to continue that open communication. And you knew the truth, so when you fell off, you still knew the truth, right? So you got to go back for the one, right?
And I think that's, like you said, it's the love. You just gotta not shun them. You can't be in there with them,
right?
You're just gonna get taken down too.
Yeah,
but
right.
You gotta love them. You gotta.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think one thing that Chille Baby said was real. He's like, dude, if you're not on your word, the devil can knock you over.
And that's 2000.
And that's true. Like, you can easily get knocked off.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, next song as we continue with the reviews, and then we're gonna get to Luke's top 10. What is it? What do you got?
Yeah, I got a list of the top 10 albums from the first half of 2023.
Okay. So we're going to get into that. That's going to be interesting, and we will have it first exclusively on Speak Life Radio, and then it'll be put up on the Bootleg website. All right. I'm joking. All right, this one is great. Jericho with I Might, right here, Speak Life Radio.
My addiction is wicked, afflicting my kids with pain. Never sun that seem like that, it always rains. White girl at the cooking, I ain't talking about the cola, been connected in the street. Motorola, I've been on it all day. I've been on it all day, yeah. I'm just trying to find my way. Trying to find my way. If I should die before I wake, yeah. I pray the Lord my soul to take.
Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me so. Broken ones to Him belong. Broken ones to Him belong. We are weak, but He is strong.
I was chopping the block was hard. Said what I want to, like I not get it. How I live, yeah. Just blow, tried to hit me with a conversation. Ain't got no time for this. 3 in the morning, Julie drunk again with the bloody nose. Kids staring at the mama through the screen door. die before I wake, before I wake. I pray the Lord my soul to take, a soul to take.
I don't like that deep.
Yeah, that's yeah.
This I know, this I know. For the Bible tells me so, tells me so. Broken ones to Him belong, broken ones to Him belong. We are weak, but He is strong, He is strong.
Jesus loves me, this I know, this I know. For the Bible tells me so, for it tells me so.
All right, that is Jericho with I Might right here, Speak Live Radio, live music and video review. I think you were cringing at the same time I was with that deep voice in the background. Didn't make much sense to me at all. I don't know what you were getting at with that. It was a cool song. That song, like the Jesus Loves Me, This I Know song, has been done over and over again a million times. And I feel like it's such a kid's song anyways. Like I sang that in kids' church when I was 4 forever. And so when I hear like a grown version of it, I don't like it. Like it's not a song I like. And nothing against the song. It just seems like if you're rapping it for kids, then it works. But if not, it's just, use that coaster. It just doesn't do a lot for me. So, and she sang cool, but it sounded like you're rapping, and not even the lyrics, just like the hook and the vibe of the song. Like if you're rapping for like a kid's church, it would have been cool. But I wasn't feeling the song, to be honest. Like this isn't one, and I usually like Jericho's songs even when they are different. But this isn't one I would care to play again. And then the kick it was like so redundant that even got on my nerves a little bit. He's a dope artist, and so I feel like sometimes maybe he's so good and has submitted so many good songs that I think his bar's a lot higher rating him. But I mean, I'll give it a 3. It was because the quality of it was good, but I just wasn't feeling it personally. PJ.
So, a few things for me. I would say like I would have preferred him to stay on the hook. There was nothing wrong with the singer; she was good. It's just like it switched the vibe up too much for me. Like I said, I've heard his other stuff; it was dope. But this is one of the songs that I can't say that I like the most out of what I've heard from him. So I'll probably be like a 3.0 on this one.
All right, Zone.
Or
Yeah,
Joseph.
that one. You want to go?
No, good.
Okay. That reminded me of Rare of Breed, like a kind of a country rap, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
When Chille Baby was saying Rare Breed, I was like, oh, that's that guy. When they would come off on my Spotify, oh no, that's not him. He's Rare of Breed, but that's not really my style, But the song was dope. The song was dope. I liked it. It was cool. I mean, like you said, it was not really. I wasn't my style, So I'm not really vibing with it, but it was mixed good. I heard that, and the beat was slow, and that's the kind of song it was. So the beat kind of matched it. But the verses were dope. The hook was all right. I gave it a 3.1.
Okay. Luke.
I was waiting to see who he's gonna call. Yeah. If you would have just told me this is a Poetics beat with Jericho on it, I would be so hyped for it because Poetics is one of the better producers in CHH right now. And then Jericho is so creative and he's always just out of the box on stuff. I was like, this is going to be crazy. And then like this song, once I heard it, it just was underwhelming for me. I liked the low rumble in the bass. I liked that texture that it had to it. But yeah, I didn't like the low vocal doubling, and I wasn't feeling the hook either. I was like you. I probably like if he had to do the Jesus Loves Me, this I know it probably should have just been him.
Just been him by himself.
I think of like I don't think of it as like a kid's song. I think of it more of like when Chris Tomlin rewrote Amazing Grace. That was a song that everybody knows, no matter where you're from. It's very, 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 very extremely hard to rewrite a song that everybody knows. So, Chris Tomlin did that. That's like the one instance in all of history that someone is able to do that, right? So taking Jesus Loves Me, This I Know, that everybody knows how it's supposed to go, and then changing the melody and just kind of just throwing it into a song where it doesn't really fit.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's where it was a mistake for me. So, yeah. And also, like, one thought I had, it was like, this seems like it'd be like the last track on an album.
Yeah.
Like, this is like that deep cut. This is like track 12, you know? It's not like the first one you go to.
Yep.
And then I was also trying to connect the dots of, like, why did he call it I Might? Anyway.
I don't know. Jericho, you're in the comments. Let us know, the title and everything.
I'll give it a 2.5.
2.5. All right. Joseph.
So I was actually looking at the comments, and one of the statements that he said was, when you're in addiction, you think of your childhood in church, and that makes sense to me. So like I'm using what the artist, like his inspiration, that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? Likewise, like what everybody else has said. If you're gonna use something that everybody knows, come with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise, like if the hook was different, I think we probably would have felt it just a little bit more. My critique, my only thing that I really didn't like was like when it was panned to that really low, filtered vocal, like if I should die before I wake type of thing, or I forgot what it was that he was saying, but it was like really deep.
Yeah.
In my left, it was panned so far that it stood out a lot. Where it wasn't, I didn't hear it on both sides. It was panned really over here, so I really felt like, and it might be what he was going for. Oh, there's somebody on my shoulder trying to talk to me. If that was the intent, like, props on the mixing for that. If that wasn't the intent, it really, like, I was like this, but I really like, this is going to sound weird. I'm not sure if you might understand it since you do sing, Luke, but the rasp in his voice, that's what had me. Like, I could listen to him just sing because that rasp.
But that's why I think we all agree the girl didn't need to be there.
Right.
True.
Because it toned the song down in a different tone that it didn't need to be, because he sounded dope on it. And then she just, I mean, not that she's bad, like, you're not a bad singer. It just didn't fit.
Right. It just didn't fit. Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I liked it. I liked the idea of it. So I'm going to give it a 3.5. And that's because, like, I'm reading what he's saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like,
so you're letting the artist influence your critique.
It makes sense. It makes sense now what he's saying. Like, you have to bring yourself back to the times where you felt better. I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I am with Luke 100%. It does seem like an outro track.
Yeah. Just Robert, there's a lot of people in the studio, and one of these nights you need to completely disagree with each other. Just argue about our songs. I mean, we've disagreed before. We disagree a lot. I disagree with everything Luke says. But all right, before Luke's gonna do his top 10 of the year.
Do you want all 10 right away?
Hold on. We can do 5.
Okay.
10 through 5 first.
10 through 6.
10 through 6 first. That's what I meant. And then we'll do 5 through 1. But I have some beef. We've been doing these review shows for a very long time. I'm not sure how long. At least 5 years. At least 5 years, 5 or 6 years. Yep. Mark Music has been submitting for at least, I would say, 4 of those years. So the submission process. You submit one track, right? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mark Music submitted 6 tracks.
Hey, we got stuff for
I
next
could be a jerk and just like not review any of them, or you could let me know in the comments nicely which of the 6 songs that you sent me you want me to review. You want us to review here on the show. If you don't let me know in the comments, I'm not reviewing any of them.
Pretty dope though. Pretty sure most of them.
You got to get up on that.
I'm pretty sure most of them are dope. He's pretty dope. He's a dope artist. Mark Music. Yeah.
He's had very varying scores though. He's went from a 1.5 to like a 4.5. So I like Mark Music. He's a good dude.
Or maybe the last time I heard him was like a year ago.
Yeah, he was good a year ago. I don't know if he's good now.
Come Come on. Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
I
we're
like
here
Mark
just
music.
to like just
Second
throw
chance. He
stones.
wants me to play second chance. Okay, Luke, 10 through 6. What do you got?
10 through 6. All right, this is my chance. This is like
And in the future, we'll have graphics up. This was last minute, folks.
The reason that I like to share lists like that, this is like me getting the chance to hold the aux cord. You know, like I know that not everybody's gonna have listened to these, but now you're gonna go look, and it'll be because of me. So that's pretty dope. Anyway, so best CHH first half of 2023. Number 10, I got Taylor Gray, Thou Shalt Not Covet. Number 9.
Not ignore my text messages for interviews either.
Number 9, I got Fame Montana, White Jesus. White Jesus 2,
Fame
actually.
Montana.
Yeah.
Is that
There we
like
go.
French? It's
Fame Montana. He's an artist out of Denver.
okay. Denver, Montana. All right.
All right, 8, I've got Young C. This is for the Wait 2.
Young C's dope.
He's dope.
Trying to get him in the studio to do a live performance in the studio.
That'd be dope.
yeah.
Let's do it. Number 7, Scribe Music, Scribe and the Wildings.
I've not heard that.
Yeah.
He's super dope though.
He's very dope.
That's my dude.
And then number 6 is Jonathan Baker, He'll Make the Difference.
Now is he rapping on that?
He's singing a little bit, rapping a little bit. He does like a little bit of everything. Yeah.
See, I don't think he sent me that. He used to send me all of his stuff before it came out. So JB, I got beef with a lot of these people right here, man. What's going on? That's what happens when you don't do a show in 6 months. You start losing contacts.
Yeah.
So
Taylor Gray doesn't return your calls.
Taylor, what's up, Taylor? Then he got mad at me over some basketball stuff, LeBron, because he was on LeBron.
Okay.
His male parts swinging. But I love Taylor Gray. He makes some dope music. I really haven't heard that album either. But Scribe is super dope. All dope artists that you mentioned. I didn't know French Montana's son. But everybody else is a dope artist.
Cool. All right.
White Montana. What was it? What was the name?
White
of it?
Jesus.
Oh, French Jesus.
French?
Oh,
French?
man.
As you're saying,
You're
I'm
just
looking for
butchering it, man. If you go listen to it, it's really crazy. It's good. It's
So?
really good.
All right. After this, I'll try to
White Jesus.
Who is Iron Monkey? Oh my gosh, Quan's most making up person I've ever met, dude.
It's great.
All right, we're going to play this one for Mark Music called Second Chance, a tribute to Jake Yates. I know he was in the comments when Chille was talking about solo and stuff like that. So he lost somebody recently. So this is a tribute to him right here, right now. Speak Live Radio, live music and video review. Please share with your people.
I have a question. I have a question for you. If there was one last thing you could say to Jake, one last thing you could say to him, what would it be?
I want you back, and I love you. I want him back so bad. My heart's so empty right now. Yeah, I need him. I need him so bad. I know I ain't never going to see him again. And the hardest part's going to be when I have to truly say goodbye.
Listen, I'm only human, and I know I mess up on a daily. Every day without you have been driving me crazy. I know I'm sick, and I got a lot of issues. Still got wounds that never heal, needed some help with mental issues. I'm a man with many flaws, not afraid to tell it all. When it's time to tell the truth, most of the time I slip and fall, cause I'm afraid to lose it all. Starting all over and being alone, nowhere to run and nowhere to call home, because of decisions I made on my own, yeah. I'm a mess, but I promise that I'm worth it. I know that I'm hard to deal with, and I make some people nervous. A devil in disguise, that's how I look in their eyes, because I built my life on lust, greed, hate, and many lies. Say that I'm in Christ, but some of my actions speaking different. No wonder so many people in my life became so distant. I hope and I pray that all my loved ones get to hear this. Give me the chance to make it right, I'm praying for your forgiveness. Second chance. Yeah, I'm praying for a second chance. Lord, I need a second chance. Lord, can I get a second chance? Listen, the second verse is dedicated to my brother. My condolences to to your son and your mother. Since 2005, you've always been my brother. We've had each other back every day we was with each other. It was party nights and bar fights, making music till the sunrise. All love and good vibes. Man, I wish you were still alive. Never got a chance to say goodbye. It's true, the truth, to the day I die. Many heartache, many heartbreaks, cause we all wish you were still alive. True the truth for life, we reppin' our city. Rest in peace to Jake and Bush, that's 150. Jonathan, William Yates is still with me, cause he still lives in my heart and my mind, he's still with me. Man, the title's on the line. We told him you could be my baby through the white boy. Yeah, hook it up, and that was crazy. I wish I had more time to have one last dance. I love you, Just Jake. Man, I wish we had a second chance.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm praying for us. Lord, I need us. Lord, can I get us? This song right here is dedicated to Jonathan William Yates. May he rest in peace. We love you and we miss you.
This is Super Chemist, live and direct. You're listening to Gorilla Cross Radio.
That is Second Chance by Mark Music right here on Speak Life Radio. The emotions behind the track. So I'll just talk about that first, because the emotions behind the track and what it means, it makes it hard to critique when it's like someone passed away and you're making a tribute song to them. So, you know, first of all, like, dope tribute to a friend, to a brother. And the tears in the background, the I'm not sure if it was his mom or whoever you sampled the phone conversation with. And then the tears, like, that was very heartfelt. Like, you could feel those through the song. The song itself, so I'm going to critique the song now. Like, this, your rapping in the song was very good.
Yep.
I didn't like the hook. I don't like when people have a title for a song and they just sing that title. There wasn't any flavor to that. I would take the girl who sang on Jericho's song and put her on it, maybe have a totally different voice singing that. I'm not sure, Mark, if that was you singing. But I feel like for a tribute song, you could have done a lot more with the hook than just something so basic. Like, I know what you're getting at. Like, that might be a good song too for like the funeral, if you're performing that at the funeral. But to listen to it on record, it's a little boring just as far as that part. Like I said, it's hard to critique a song when it's a tribute song, you know? So, but other than that, like, you were rapping really well in it. There was a couple times where it was, you know, you sounded a little offbeat. I know that's the style you were going for. So you did have a couple different styles in here. The first verse, I think you should have kind of kept more towards that style for the whole song. But it was good. And sorry for your loss. And prayers up for the family and friends of Jake. So I will give it a 4.0 for the tribute. Luke?
Yeah, I think the technical ability is there. Like, his rapping, the way that he constructed that first verse, I like just the confidence that he had. And then he goes into the triplet flow, and he was able to hold on to that. I think early on he rhymed the word issues with issues. I just don't like rhyming the same words together. If I misspoke, then I'm sorry about that. But I think I heard issues and issues. And then I agree with that hook. It needed a singer on the hook who could give it the soul that the song required. So, like, we just interviewed Chille Baby. I think of their song Once Was Blind. Like, the soul that is in that.
Yeah.
Like, if that guy was singing on this, it would be a banger, right? Because then whenever he's pulling that emotion out,
Like a deep, strong voice.
Yeah. Like,
I think that
like
was
just
Chille
give
that
it
was
some.
singing on it.
Was it? No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
That was when he was with like Kirk Franklin and stuff. So
I think
they
it was
had
like Baby J or something.
Yeah. But and then the emotion at the end, I actually dug it, and like that's really hard to do. So I want to know how many takes he did that in, because I really think a lot of the rapping ability was just was good. It was there. Just the song overall was not quite there. The hook's not it. And just for me, like if it was a tribute song that I was doing, I wouldn't have had all the crying at the beginning and at the end.
Correct.
You know, just create a moment rather than just spend it all right at the beginning. Like you're trying to push them towards something, right? So yeah. Anyway, and we're just critiquing the song construction and things like that. But I give it a 2. There we go. Thank you.
Thanks for the tribute, a 2. PJ.
I'm just gonna say condolences to his family, and I'm gonna leave it at 4.0 because it's a tribute.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pass the mic because that's like, you know, talking about his family stuff. The rap, cool, but you know, you can hear the emotion behind it.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Joe Syfe.
Okay, so like the skill set's definitely there, and we know that the skill set's there. Whenever I start like following the cadence of somebody rapping, that's how I know that I'm really feeling like they're in it. You know what I'm saying? Like how a drummer gets in the pocket. Like when I'm able to do that, I'm like, oh wow, they're really riding that beat right. You know what I'm saying? So all the skill sets there, super dope. I had an issue as well with the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like I think this is just me personally. Like the hook would have been, I think the song would have impacted better if you would have had, like, you know, hey, tell me what he meant to you, and had people talking over it.
Yeah.
That would have been more impactful to me. And I know everybody's like, you know, hey, it's a tribute song, so I don't want to like critique it too much. But this is the song that he wanted critiqued, so I am critiquing it. You know what I'm saying? The mix was done well. I liked the mix. I really liked the flow. I feel like on the second verse, the flow style kind of jumped off a little bit. I mean, overall for the track itself, I'd probably give it I'd give it a 2.5. Just because it is not a track that I would listen to.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's like a, we did this at an event. We did this at the wake. We did this at the funeral.
Right.
Like, and that's
the thing. Like you don't play the tribute video ever again. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm
Like you
saying?
play
It
it
is
for
what
the
it is.
funeral. Yeah.
But I mean, as far as like the skill set goes, I mean, you guys have heard me do this in the past. Like the skill set is there. So, I mean, I'm giving you kudos and props for your skills. Like they show. The track itself, I'm giving it 2.5 just because it's not something I'm going to be like, yo, check this out. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that goes for any, like I hate the P. Diddy song, like I'll Be Missing You. Like I don't like listening to that song.
He doesn't even make any money on that song.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like it's stuff
Sting
like
makes all that money, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. It's you know, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. Zone.
Amen. Yeah, man. The track, the tribute, you know, I don't even know what I'm saying. I lost my train of thought. I was talking to my wife. My bad.
Tell her we said hi.
Yeah, definitely. There I am. She's like, I can't see you. Anyway, my
He's here. Don't worry. He's not lying.
You ain't down at the studio. No, I'm just playing, man. I'm playing.
So, Mr. Mark Music, man, I have a question for you, man. Like, was that you really crying in the studio? I want to know. Was that you, like, for real, just letting your heart out and was that just all one take? Because I've done that before, and I feel that, 100%. And like you guys said, just for the tribute, I give you 3.6. But actually, the song as a whole, I wouldn't jam it. You know, I wouldn't bump it. And I agree with you guys with the crying in the beginning, because that was the first thing that I thought of, and I was like, oh, you know. But I get it though. I get it. You know, and I feel you. And you was crying out to your homie, crying out to God and stuff. And but yeah, I give it a 3.6. And much love to you, man. God bless you and your family, bro.
Can I say something too, really quick? Here's the thing. Like, a lot of people would think that, like, hey, we're like crushing this man's like dreams, but like he's even in the comments. He's like, thank you. Like he's thanking us for the honest critique, and that's, you know, you need to get people like that around you more that are be honest when it comes, especially when it comes to creativity.
And that's another thing. You got to have thick skin, and it, you know, like, I mean, that's me. That's one of my traits. I got thick skin. You guys can poke at me all day. Yeah. But a lot of people, they can't handle it, man. And
but that's what we're here for. And my thing is, we've talked about this a million times. If you submit music and you can't handle the critiques we give, quit submitting music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of what it is. We're trying to help you get better. And not saying we've been the dopest artists, made the dopest music ever in our lives, but we've been around it enough to know what it should sound like. You know what I'm saying? And Luke makes dope music.
And critique helped me get better as an artist. So
yeah,
I appreciate the critique.
Yeah, for sure. And PJ, he started out as a producer and decided he wanted to rap. And I remember the first song you sent me, I was like, bro, stick to producing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like Chille said, like some people are meant to rap, some people are meant to produce. I'm like, bro, you're good at that. Like, why are you stepping into something else? But now, like the music you've sent me the past couple years is really dope. You know what I'm saying? And it's way different. So sometimes you just need to keep working on it and working on it and working on it. And then it gets to that point. But, you know, we're not here to sugarcoat anything. We want people to get better, and that's the bottom line. We're going to let Luke get into his 5 through 1 in a minute, but first we have one more track we're going to do, and this is special to me, folks.
Uh-oh.
Do you know why? Because we have the man in the studio.
Let's go.
Let's go.
This is a Zone 3 track. What's the name of this? Sick Disease.
Sick Disease.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you
I'm
a little
ready.
nervous? You seem a little nervous.
I am. I'm nervous just when I walked in the door, man. I was like, man, this studio's dope. And where am I at? I'm down here in the gangster hood right here, bro. Like, nah, this is where I'm from. So yeah, I know.
And you haven't been to this studio,
I've
right?
never been to this one.
So
No.
You've been to the one before I even had the booth up at the house.
Way before. Yeah. You had like what was it? Like just the foam in the corner.
I think we still have a picture of that before we even built the booth.
Man, I remember when we would have to be in the closet in the hallway.
Yeah.
Or when we would be everybody in there and everybody be quiet.
Yeah.
Actually, Quan recorded my first song ever.
Really?
Ever, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like I was rapping before that, but I was rapping for the streets.
You hadn't recorded before.
Yeah, and I never recorded. Yeah, and you recorded my first rap ever.
Wow.
You brought all your homies from upstairs. I don't know. You had a bunch of roommates and they all came down, and I was like, oh my god.
Real quick, we said in the comments, he said, "Yes, men are the best men." Pause.
Oh man.
We's I hope he sent a song so we could try to win some money because
He said he's trying to get $1.
I saw the pictures of all his kids. And that's a lot of kids, bro. But all right, we're gonna get into this song. This is Zone 3 with Sick Disease right here, Speak Life Radio.
Unreleased, by the way.
That you paid it for me.
He's whispering.
My sin stays inside of me like a sick disease. Lord, I'm praying on my knees.
I always felt like a lost child found at the orphanage. The poor sport couldn't change metamorphosis. The more snort that I got up in my nose, the brain cells to rain down hell, the cork is in. Cause I'm being judged, can't nobody budge me. God is the only other one that is above me. I don't wanna say my sinful nature cause it's ugly. Always trying to wrestle with my conscience like it's rugby. You already know within is half the battle. With a float, then I sank down, had to paddle. Took my eye off a Christ, snake bite, the rattle. A high price to pay, I'm hiding behind the shadow. I'm an addict, fanatic, the label didn't come with a warning. Mortified, I couldn't find the right course to going. Over and over again, I'm pouring and I'm smoking. Over and over again, I'm pouring and I'm smoking. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it makes sense. Break the curse, emerge face to face it. I pray for grace, erase Satan's playlist. Headed back to the top, out the basement. Arrange the break, the change things, the caved in. My foot off the brake, let Jesus take it. Repent already, knowing what your saving grace is. Forgive me of my sins, I know you already paid it.
I already know that you paid it for me, but my sin stays inside of me like a sick disease. Lord, I'm praying on my knees. Please wash me clean. I already know you paid it for me, but my sin stays inside of me like a sick disease. Lord, I'm praying on my knees. Please set me free.
I don't care about the muscles no more and holding the grudges. Body growing at 41, 45 with the budget. Cause I was caught with calamity, added dope and destruction. Imagining how my life would be if I wasn't a drugger. Drunk into a stoop like birds be flying the coop. Yeah, I know that I can do anything that I put my mind to. On a foot pursuit, I'm tired of wearing a suit. There's nothing I can do, they follow me everywhere I go. So where my brain's at though? A little bit recovered and I'm staying low. So I praise the Lord, he maintains the floor. I maintain the course, I send medicine for it. Cold. Cause when I'm slipping up, you know my mouth is forced to close. Trip me up, stand around faking a pose. They say grace break bread, then I break they nose. I said I break they nose? No, that ain't me no more. You can be a fake Christian, I don't keep no score. Walk a mile in my shoes cause my feet are sore. You say when I relapse cause I'm spiritual poor? Nah, you just a hypocrite. You sip a fifth of whiskey, made a fist to get me. Cause I didn't vote when the crack came to whip me. Said I don't vote, praise God, are you listening?
I already know that you paid it for me, but my sin stays inside of me like a sick disease. Lord, I'm praying on my knees. Please wash me clean.
I already know you pity for me, but my sin stays inside of me like a sick disease. Lord, I'm praying on my knees. Please set me free.
All right, that is Zone 3 with Sick Disease, and we have him live in the studio. I made, everyone just look at him and had the camera on him solo while we were playing this song. So that was the album cover for this song. It was a live album cover. PJ, I'm gonna let you go first.
I'm gonna have to get that a negative. I'm just kidding.
Negative.
Nah, I like the hook. I like the verse. It's not just next to me, by the way, but I liked it. You know what I'm saying? The hook came on, it was like, okay, where is he gonna go? When the flow started coming, I was like, I was zoned in. The flow brought me in. I liked it. I liked the first verse, second one. I had to get out of 4.0 too. I had to drop a 4 on it.
All right.
Drop 4 on him. Drop 4.
Joe Syfe.
So
wait. Zone 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say, am I critiquing?
Yeah, you're critiquing your own song.
Oh, it's funny, bro,
It's 5.
because
Just give it a 5.
I'm gonna be honest. I got bored with my own song at the end there. I'm not even joking.
But how many times have you heard it?
That's
though?
a million. That's 1,000%.
I don't listen to any of my old songs. Like when I would record them, I'd be listening to them for 2 weeks straight, and then when it finally came out, I'm like,
yeah, definitely. And I was just like, man, is it really like that? And I'm like, but it's cool. No, but on the hook, I was trying to make it better because I can't sing, right? So I got my pastor and his wife anyway, to come in the studio and just lay it down real quick. And it was mixed and mastered by Kukui by Beautiful Monsters.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, man, they are blowing up.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Those are my boys, bro. Yeah, you know,
fire.
and actually they're gonna mix my whole little EP that's coming out right now. That's the first track on the EP right there.
Dope.
And yeah, he's asking how to submit. Actually,
So
it's on here on the
I
chat.
commented on there already, so just scroll up.
Right on.
Music@speakliferadio.com.
So Kukui, like and Beautiful Monsters, like are they kind of like are you coming up under them type of thing?
Well, I met them on the show.
Yeah.
From the show. And I got connected, and I won't say I'm coming up under them like that, like, but like I just like what they did, and I'm just you know my homeboy Christopher Stone Franklin out in Florida, I was having him mix and master my stuff, but because I don't know how to do it, bro, but so I just went to them because I like their stuff, man. They're so fire, bro.
Word.
Bro,
No,
the Beautiful Monsters, Mick the Beast, I got him coming on the track. Oh, that song's gonna be. I actually got Kukui coming on the track. That song is gonna. Oh my god. Oh man, I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's gonna be sick, bro.
Well, I really don't think we should have him give his own, like, I'm going to grade
I'm not going to give me a number. No,
don't
I'm not
give
giving you a
yourself
number. Yeah.
But what I will say is this. So I feel like, even you're saying it, I feel like the hook needs a little bit of work. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the hook would be, like, the hook kind of takes me out of it. But now that you said that, like, Beautiful Monsters are helping you out, I'm like, okay, so I get where those triplets are coming from now. The way you were riding, I'm like, okay, that's dope. I'm with you. How you even said it, I kind of started getting bored at the end of the song. It's not that, like, for me, I would rather just go in, like, literally, like, those weren't 16s, were they?
Yeah, they definitely were. Yeah, they definitely were.
So you had a whole lot of syllables packed in because that was dope. So that's what I would do. I would work on the hook. And somebody in the comments were like, oh, the ad libs, maybe there's too many. And I was like, this is the first time I've heard libs and dubs where they sound just right. They're not overpowering, and they line up. Like, how people be like, oh, I'm listening to what you want to, like how you're repeating yourself. They lined up for me. You know what I'm saying? So that mix was dope for me. So I'm kind of not, I agree, but I disagree because I feel like some of them might have been like too much. You know what I'm saying? And the hook, that was the only thing that had me, was the hook. So I'm gonna give it I'll give it a 3.9. Yeah, I'll give it a 3.8. But I think that if you had a different hook, bro, that track easy, it'd be like a 4.5.
I think somebody just needs to know how to sing and get up on it. You know what I mean? But man, like trying to look too. I'm like, no, I can't find nobody there.
So the song's not out, it's not done?
It's done. No, that's it. That's done. But
it's not out.
I can always retract. That's one of the reasons why I submitted, actually.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I'll give it a 3.8.
And we've talked about doing the show called Speak Life Radio Undone, I think, where we bring in tracks that haven't been finished yet, and we give you guys critique on songs that you need advice on, and help with stuff like that too. So we still need to do that, but
that would be dope.
Yeah,
that would be really good.
Luke.
Yeah, so early on in the song, you had like a clock ticking in the track, and I missed it later. I was like, it'd be cool if he was able to bring that back, especially when the track comes down again for the hook. I was like missing that. I thought it was a really cool layer you had in there, especially since it's like a cinematic beat. A lot of people are making cinematic tracks these days, and so to just throw that extra in, for some reason I picked that out, and I was like missing it later in the song. There were a lot of ad libs, so I'll go to say, like, I think that the ad libs and everything, they were all right, and it was more of just how the vocals were mixed. I needed to be able to hear some of the punchlines better. I feel like it muddied it up a little bit. Not that I don't want the ad libs there. It's just that it needs to be mixed a little tighter. And then also, the song gave me like sick music vibes, like Tech Nine, Chris Calico, and Hobson kind of stuff. So I thought it was dope. So I actually thought the hook should stay. Maybe he doesn't need to start the song with it, but and so then like once we're in the song, then he throws that in there and it makes a little more sense. Because your ears aren't really tuned to like what he's going for. And then I would like the beat to switch up at the end or do something. There were some dropouts and stuff. I thought that was cool. Maybe if there was like a couple more tricks that you could do with that beat, because I think we're all getting tired of it by the end.
There was no bridge in the song.
There was nothing that was like switching it up at that point, like 3/4 through the song, that just gives your ear like another like, oh, listen to this. And I think our attention spans just suck now. I think that's the thing. So just one more thing.
It was a 3-minute and 3-second song, so I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, that is kind
because it felt like it was longer though. So if it's going to be that long, then add a bridge, add something like that in. If not, cut it down to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2:10.
But I give it a 4.
4. All right, I give it a 3.7. I like the song a lot. I think you were really spitting on there. You weren't whispering at the beginning, so I liked it a lot. The production, a lot of people get production and don't know how to spit on someone's dope production, and you did a really good job of doing that. Sometimes people will mess up really good production with bad tracks. So you had them mix the song too?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's always smart too. Have professionals mix your music. Like a lot of people will get a beat and they'll buy a beat from somebody or lease a beat from somebody, and it's a really well mixed and produced beat.
Yeah.
And then they rap in the room over it and try to mix it themselves, and it just doesn't sound right. So when the producer mixes the song too, like he knows what it should sound like on his beat, it's a lot easier to mix like that as well. So I did like the song a lot. The hook, I'm not sure, maybe it was just too much. Because I did like it a lot the first time, and then as it repeated more, I wasn't liking it as much. So maybe just cut some of it down. I mean, I'm not even sure if it needs any changes or anything else. It might just need to be cut down a little bit. And that's it. So 3.7 for me.
I will say, I heard you on Sone's album, and this song is better than your verses that you had on Sone's album.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the songs I was on there.
You had like 2 tracks on the Extricated album. Yeah.
My memory's
technicalities were dope.
In Kukui's defense, real quick, he did not have the stems for that beat. I did lease that beat from Dancing off of BeatStars. I'm on BeatStars, man. And it's cool. I lease beats.
So they didn't make that beat.
They didn't make that beat. I do have one custom beat from Dan. That song is so fire. I love that song. Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, we have our first video of the night.
Let's go.
Artist's name is Choppy. The song is Take Your Time.
Choppy.
So Take Your Time. Might be a little choppy right here. Speak Life Radio.
Could you play that song for me?
No.
Could you play it? It's my favorite song.
Wow.
Let your body move the left or right, baby. You can take your time, baby. You can take your time with me. Let your body move the side to side, baby. You can take your time, baby. You can take your time with me. Let your body move, baby.
That's only water he's drinking, bro.
All right, not everybody submits our Christian tracks, so we won't play that one because we don't need her body moving and taking her time. Because you guys are not married, and I could tell she wasn't wearing a ring. So
that was his sister, bro.
That's wow. Wow. Hold on. You hug on your sister like that?
Wow.
No comment.
Anyways, the quality of the video was good though. So we appreciate the submission. This is a Christian hip hop show. So we will not be playing that. All right, my bad, folks. We don't know who submits and who doesn't. All right, this next one, Vinny Vincere with Fly Away featuring Jay Meezy right here.
Can you?
Beautiful Monster, I've sent it a million times. Every time you ask, music@speakliferadio.com. There's no link. Just submit it to that email.
Fly away. Fly away. On the day that we see him return, gon' fly away. Fly away. Fly away. On the day that we see him return, gon' fly away. Fly away. Fly away. On the day that we see him return, we gon' leave with him and then return. To rule on the earth for 1,000 years before Satan get judged and get thrown in fire. I'm tears from my eyes, they gon' shed again. Got this hope in my heart, I put my trust in my God. Oh, and he said he'd be back. He told us be ready, we children of light. Oh, but we live it right now. Manifest the sun right now. Heaven on earth right now. Gotta walk in reverence to the King right now. Oh, I was so low, so they road for so long. Thinking I was right, but I was living so wrong. I remember running through the city, doing stakes, trying to get it, but I was never gonna get it. I was trying, but I didn't. I had to get away. I had to get away. Cause there's a lot of things that's trying to hold you down. I had to break free from things trying to break me down. God separated me and showed me the way out. So it's hard to live a lie when the truth's so loud. Took me out the door, put that hope in my heart. Gotta give you what I got, cause I know when the day that we see him return, gon' fly away. Fly away. Fly away. On the day that we see him return, gon' fly away. Fly away. Fly away. On the day that we see him return, we gon' be gone, we gon' fly with him. We all gon' meet up in the sky with him. He told us that if we all die with him, we gon' live with him and won't see death again. And I know I can trust him and I don't. Put all my faith in my Lord and I won't ever go back to the world. Can't wait till I'm in the kingdom and forever with you. Till then I'm living for you. I'll be a light in the dark while I'm waiting for you. Do what you told me to do. Preach to the lost with the hopes I can lead them to you. I just want them to see you. Should've been dead, but I'm not, and the reason is you. Just wanna tell them the truth before it's too late, cause that day that we see you return.
I can read about it, but when you have an experience, there's no way to doubt it. This is more than religion and Christ the way about it. This whole system is crooked, that's why this path is narrow. You say ain't none of my business, cause I ain't with the scandals. For that you hire K. Washington, world needs an actress. Every story is different before the gender happens. They wanna switch our agenda like Bruce Jenner's fashion. And I ain't with all that, just no court is in session. We got the best of attorneys, they wanna lock us forever because we say he's worthy. I go ahead and do it, cause I ain't even worried. I'd rather deal with severities than the fame and the fortune. The world knows I'm an orphan. I found out real early that I just never belonged, but we still weather the storm. Me, I'm just calling facts without dialing a number, but have referred to the stats. There's true power in numbers.
Get away. I had to get away. Cause there's a lot of things that try to hold you down. I had to break free from things trying to break me down. Get away. I had to get away. Cause there's a lot of things that try to hold you down. I had to break free from things trying to break me down. Get away. I had to get away.
It's still going?
That is Fly Away.
Wow.
Vincere and Jay Meezy right here, Speak Life Radio. I feel like Vinny Vincere was the last verse. I don't think he was on anything else on that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because his verse was dope. I would actually take that verse, take it off the song, and use it for something else. The song, it was good. Like, it was cool. Like, but it was boring. Like, I was really bored with that song. The beat it was just a beat. It didn't do anything for me. And then the song, like it was the same tone the whole time. And it just, I don't know. There was something about it just didn't do anything for me at all. When Vinny Vincere came in on that last verse, it changed it up to me. It brought the tempo up a little bit, and I liked it. But the rest of the song, I wasn't really feeling. I'm gonna give it a 2.5. The mix was cool, the beat was cool, but it was just there. It was just a song. It wasn't like bad. It just wasn't anything that was appealing to me. So, 2.5, I think is what I said. Joe Syfe.
I'll wait for
That's not Joe Syfe.
Yeah.
My bad. I had to move all these buttons around.
It's all right. Yo, you're doing a whole lot. We got a full house tonight, so I totally get it. I'm not a big fan of the filter. And even when he was rapping, like just rapping, I could still hear that filter on the rap part.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not my style, so I'm gonna give it a 1.5. Like I really wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. Zone.
I gotta be honest, I did not really catch any of that song. I cannot.
He went to the bathroom.
Took a bathroom break.
I cannot critique it.
PJ, you took a bathroom break as well, but what'd you hear?
I caught some of it. What I caught, I didn't like too much. I have to give it like along the lines of 1.5.
Oh, wow.
All right, who was it in the chat earlier that said we need to all disagree at some point?
Luke loved it.
Luke was like giving it the stinky cheese face. He was
So, man, I was just listening to that vocal performance. Not many people can sing like that.
Correct.
Where he's like throwing those textures in there and then the little flips at the end. And then in the last verse, whenever he was doing the flips like intentionally and then like tuned it up like that, I thought that was dope. Like just knowing that he can do that and then like emphasizing it to point out, hey, look, check this out, I'm doing this. I thought that was crazy. And like, I just like how the beat was easy. Like it was produced very well. The beat was just easy. Like I know it kind of was redundant, but I felt like the main point was just to listen to what he can do with his voice, man.
Now you're just
Like,
being a red herring, dude.
no, he was. I legitimately wrote, I like some of these textures he's able to pull off. Wyclef vibes. Wyclef.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah. And then I thought that the rapper didn't even need to be there. Let's just do all the singing, and then his ad libs that the singer had at the end, where he's like digging in a little bit emotionally, like just put that there and said we didn't need the rap, because I felt like then the rapper comes in and he's got mic presence.
Agreed. Yeah.
He's got mic presence, and so like he knows how to rock a mic, but like the first I want to say 10 lines didn't even rhyme. Like the first 10 lines that he said, he didn't even rhyme. And then also it just really bugged me that he wasn't able to stay on topic, because we had this whole painting of like revelation and like we're gonna fly away. This is what the rapture means. This is where Satan's going. And then like he said something about like numbers, like there's strength in numbers or something. I was like, what? I wasn't following the rhyming, the rapping, the topic at all.
Yeah.
And so I would rather just be singing.
So send Luke the lyrics so we can understand them, and Luke at.
And so I give it a 3.9.
All right.
3.9. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somebody was over there saying, everybody just gives the same numbers. No.
Nah, man. Come on. I don't know who's in there. And then Brittany De La Cruz said, I like the hook, but the pitch that the guy was rapping, that sounded too similar, so it made the song sound monotone the whole time until the second guy came in on it and switched it up. We need to get Brittany in here and switch seats with you.
My wife's been in this chat too. I told her she should come with me. I think that would be fun.
We need, and I really want to do that. I want fans that are just fans of music to come in and sit down and give some critiques. I think that'd be dope. Bring the wives next time.
Yo, if we can get a babysitter, I have no problem.
Bring
bringing
Scarface
Brits
with you.
out. Nah, man, that dude, he'll be all over the place.
Does he like Nintendo?
He will be all over your Nintendo. He'll be screaming, all of it. Like he'll be everywhere.
Yeah, you got to bring the kids. They're gonna give you an honest one. Oh, Daddy, that song's not good. They're gonna give you a real honest feedback.
Yeah, my twins are super honest. They watched the show last week. I wish I could have ran it back.
My wife asked if Quan's gonna pay for the sitter.
For real, she said, "Who's paying for the city?"
We got a room in the back. We can lock it.
Oh,
Have
man,
there's a TV and everything.
That's right.
Listen, y'all, like we actually
TV back
care.
there.
CPS like is not we care for children. We love children. Quan just doesn't have any small ones.
Yeah, not small. She's 17.
Yeah, you have an adult almost.
And she didn't text me on Sunday.
I feel bad for you, man.
Oh,
I keep
man.
telling I'm so glad
She
I
got in
had a
trouble
boy.
Sunday.
I'm so glad I had a boy. But no, like, I mean, for the track, everybody should know also, like,
All right, we got to move on. I'm not talking about that track anymore.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it either. This next song, I don't know the name of the artist. It's One in Mary. I don't know. It's called Testimony on Testimony, though. That's the name of the video. So we will play that right now, right here. Speak Life Radio.
I still got to do my top 5.
Oh yeah. After this. And coming up, Luke's top 5.
So many times I could've lost hope, but I had goodness and His mercy follow me. I was down and out and falling on my knees, saying, so ashamed, but His grace is all I need. And testimonies on testimonies. When I think about the Lord, He really holds me. All these trials, but His mouth is really moving. I'm keeping God on my side, I'm never losing. So many testimonies about Him. 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 Yeah, my brother and my sister got saved. Yeah, now they got a testimony. Yeah, God really saved them. Now their life is changing. That life that they living for is no more. Yeah, my brothers got saved last year. Thanking God, cause it could have been their last year. Now they really in the field, but not looking for a kill. Now they out here in the streets saving lost souls. And I got my sister Hope, yeah, she really dropped the alcohol, cause she got a taste of the Holy Ghost. And I get so fired up with my brother Preacher Ben Speaks, cause he went through the fire and came out like a Bendigo. Gotta let the world know, I know someone that almost took their life, but Jesus came in time and gave her a brand new life. Testify my God is good, hey. Testify my God is good. So many times I could've lost hope, but I had goodness and His mercy follow me. I was down and out and falling on my knees, saying, so ashamed, but His grace is all I need. And testimonies on testimonies. When I think about the Lord, He really holds me. All these trials, but His mouth is really moving. I'm keeping God on my side, I'm never losing. So many testimonies about Him. Lord, remember when you saved me.
That's
how
dope.
You really came and changed me. Lord, you gave me a testimony. Testimonies on testimonies. When I think about the Lord, He really holds me. All these trials, but His mouth is really moving. I'm keeping God on my side, I'm never losing. So many testimonies about Him. So many testimonies about Him. Yeah. So many testimonies about Him. So many testimonies about Him.
The cliff edge got me nervous.
Yeah.
You saw that? My dude said something about Abednego.
That's called Testimony on Testimony. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name, man. If you're in the comments, I don't know, call in and let us know what your name is. But that video is so dope. I mean, the whole song, it feels very good. That's dope. I mean, just seeing all the testimonies. Everyone's come from somewhere. Like, we've all given our life to God and we came from somewhere. Your testimony might not be like the next person's testimony. Everyone in here, we have all different stories and testimonies and stuff like that as well. So I like the song a lot. The video is very creative, getting everyone involved, doing the same thing. There was some I couldn't read. Like, I wanted to read what they were really...
I was all squinting.
Yeah. I was like... falling into the whole screen, but overall, like the song, even his flow, like he was rapping good, and it's just like overall, everything kept my attention, and that's what I want in a song, in a music video. Keep my attention. My attention was in there the whole time. I wish some of the scenes like were closer up so I could read the testimonies. I don't know if like maybe you have a link on the YouTube channel, or you should put a link up where you have everybody, so you can just go through and read everybody's testimony, because I think that's very important. Because like I said, everyone comes from somewhere. The homeless guy we almost beat up before the show, that could have been his testimony. They beat me up and now I'm a Christian. You never know.
Come on. Everybody's gonna think we some.
Listen, I love those guys back there. I give them stuff and then they ask me for more. So I will give that a 4.5 because I really, like I said, it kept my attention. So 4.5. Luke.
Yeah, just really solid, joyous song. Dig the production. The voice was good, like polished vocals, man. And I could understand everything you were saying. I believed everything that you were saying. And great job of being able to tell so many different stories in such little time. That is really hard to do and really impressive, actually. Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I give it a 4.5.
All right. PJ.
I liked the video quality was great. I like where he shot it. I like the cue cards with the testimonies on there. I like this flow. I have to give it a 4.5.
All right. He's copying us. The commenters are not going to like you. Zone 3. You better wait real quick. You better give one of these songs a 3 because you're Zone 3.
I gave them a 3.9 and a 3. Yeah, no, I'm going higher on this one, man, because I'm gonna give the number right away. It's a 4.6 for me.
Okay.
Because man, at first I'm gonna be honest. When I first heard the beat coming, I was like, oh, this is gonna be corny. But bro, you just came in nuts with that, and it was beautiful, man. The testimonies, and honestly, and I hear you guys always talking about the videos, and you're like, oh, it's a performance. It's just too much performance. I thought it was gonna be one of those, but nah, man, that video's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like all the testimonies that showed up, and you could see all the people. Man, that was awesome, man. 4.6.
Strong.
All right.
All right, so my Christian is gonna show right now. Like I give the track a 5 solely based on how do we overcome the enemy. You know what I'm saying? The word of our testimony, blood of the lamb, word of our testimony. And this is the like I always say, I hate the filter. The guy knew how to use the filter, and it did its thing when he was singing the correct way. I wasn't like, oh man, more auto-tune. Like I hate listening to that filter. Like it was dope. The song was encouraging. It sounded dope. It was mixed great. And again, like all the testimonies, like legitimate live testimonies, and like getting those clips and putting them together. Bro, every church could say like, hey, this is who we are, and have everybody in their congregation do that. Like he literally just showed every church how to introduce themselves to the world. Like that's so dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm giving it a 5 based off of like, it's an encouragement. That's it. Like, yeah, it's good music. He did great. The skill was there. But as a Christian, like he did what we're supposed to be doing in song.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's it.
And he's from Australia. So really dope. Really dope. All right. Yeah. All right, next song is Royal Priesthood. I believe we've had them on before. Galatians 5:1 is the name of the song right here, right now. Speak Life Radio.
My list will be next.
Luke's list is next. I'm going to keep saying that every song.
Yeah, I gotta get it, automatic with the trapping. Bound to always make it happen. When I'm in it, I do damage, trying to figure how I manage. You just need to know the balance. Became a king from a savage, so don't talk about the baddest. Jesus freed me from the madness, really used to be a captive. Jesus really set me free, now my heart's full of gladness. He can do for you what he done for me, now I'm raising up the standard. Jesus really set me free, now my heart's full of gladness. He can do for you what he done for me, now I'm raising up the standard. Jesus Christ, I give you my life, die every day cause you're coming back twice. No more living in sin, no more rolling the dice. In Christ I'm accepted in, the devil is deceptive, mess my end. Now I praise God and glorify him cause the captive's free and he's free from sin. Holy Ghost, shit we swinging with axe, concern my soul cause he's coming back. I can relax, I'm preaching his name, to die is to gain, he's under attack. Follow the way, the truth and the life, walk by faith and not by sight. You think you're saved but you're still blind, yeah. Demons, shaking, lost souls, yeah we save him. I was sleeping now awakened, switch my pain into praises. Now I'm walking in his freedom, he gave me peace and the truth. I was blind, I couldn't see it. If he did it for me, he can do it for you. Yes, he can, he did it for me. He saved my soul, now I'm planting the seed. He's sending shots to the enemy. Great is my God and he's living inside of me. Walking by faith, not living by what I see. He gave me life and his life he gave up. Saved by the blood of the Son, the Lamb. Filled with the Spirit, now I got a plan. Denying myself, get the cross on my back. Jesus really set me free. Now my heart's full of gladness. He can do for you what he done for me, now I'm raising up the standard. Jesus really set me free, now my heart's full of gladness. He can do for you what he done for me, now I'm raising up the standard.
You know the music anointed, you know the birds are appointed. Why are you cussing and all of your lyrics, man, this song is annoying. Led by the spirit, cup full of joy, yeah, my heart is rejoicing. Morning prayer, 6 a.m., that's a heavenly appointment. See, I was dead on my sin, now I'm dead to my sin. Blood of Christ, I'll go new life, fucking fully enjoy it. Names written in the book of life, that's my heavenly enrollment. I'm set free, I'm free indeed, now these blessings deploy.
Practice what you preach, be sinning every week. What you sow, yeah, you reap. Nothing grows from that tree. It's the mark, that's the beast. In your heart, you're deceased. When you're cold, needing peace, and you wanna be free. Holy through the spirit, there's freedom. If you need it, believe it, that it's finished. For Jesus Christ is risen. Music for the kingdom like Brian, perseverance, not lying. Daniel sleeping through Jesus, you're forgiven.
Jesus really set me free, now my heart's full of gladness. He can do for you what he done for me, now I'm raising up the standard. Jesus really set me free, now my heart's full of gladness. He can do for you what he done for me, now I'm raising up the standard.
Galatians 5 verse 1, say Christ has truly set us free. Now make sure that you stay free. So urgent, sin purging, devil lurking, I'm a murking. Jesus' name is for certain, not here to pray, we put in work in. Open the word, let me teach you. Open the word, let me preach through. 2 Timothy 3:16, Holy Spirit, let him lead you. Open the word, let it check you. Open the word, let it bless you. Hebrews 4 verse 12, word of God gonna chef you.
1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9, let the word of God renew your mind. Prodigals come home, it's time. Find the one, lead the 99, yeah. I'ma bruise my heel with the devil's head. Speaking in tongues, no impediment. Spirit filled, yeah, I'm heaven sent. We in the war, I'm a veteran.
Jesus really set me free, now my heart's full of gladness. He can do for you what he done for me, now I'm raising up the standard. Jesus really set me free, now my heart's full of gladness. He can do for you what he done for me, now I'm raising up the standard. Jesus Christ, I give you my life, die every day, cause you're coming back twice. No more living in sin.
8 minute song?
All right, it's long. It's 4 minutes. The Royal Priesthood, Galatians 5:1, right here, Speak Life Radio. I give it a 1.0 because he's wearing a Celtics jersey in the Lakers studio. Can't have that.
Oh, come on.
But no, I actually like the song a lot. A little too long. You had everybody on the song that you knew,
the whole crew,
but it was dope. Like, it was a dope song. And it's hard to critique when you have so many people, because then it's like there were some people I like and I don't know how to point them out. And then some people were like average, they were cool, like the dude in the Bulls hat. Like he was cool, like he was good, but he kind of brought the song down a little bit. But overall, like it's a good song. It's just too long for me. I think we've talked about that on the show already. Like Zone 3 had a 3-minute song and it was already like, oh man. Songs just can't be that long anymore. We watch TikTok and Instagram videos.
That's it.
So you have to move on way quicker with things. And I know YouTube is different. We could spend more time on YouTube videos, but if you're gonna do that, you need to switch things up a lot more and do a lot more change ups and stuff like that. They're from Australia too, I believe, and I would love to go out there and connect with them because there's a lot going on out there. And they're really dope, man. Like the ministry behind the last two artists we've had, which I think they're connected. The ministry they have behind their music and still making the music dope is really encouraging to see. And they're blatantly Christians. There's no like, oh, are these guys? Yeah, I heard them say God. I heard them say Jesus. No, they were blatant with who they are and still dope with it. So with that, I'm gonna give it a 3.7 because they did a really good job of conveying that. It would be in the 4s if you cut the song down a lot and maybe chop some of the verses out. So 3.7 for me. Luke?
For me, so this is like drill. This is like modern rap. Like very Pop Smoke. Like I could almost hear a Pop Smoke song like in there. Give me room, whatever that song is. I was trying to Google it, actually. That's what I took forever. If you were watching me like type something, I was trying to Google what the name of that song was. Anyway, but I will say that I say all that to say it's hard to do a song like this and it not be corny, because I didn't think it was corny. I just felt like it was very similar to other drill music that I've heard. I also agree that it was long, and the guy with the bull stuff on, changing the melody, I like that. It like we talked about switching up the song, that was good, but just his presence was a little different, and whatever the filter was, or maybe he just wasn't singing as well as everyone else. Because that's the thing with auto-tune. Right? Yeah. You actually have to sing. T-Pain is actually a really stinking good singer, right? Like, a lot of people don't know that. So like, if you can't sing and you just throw auto-tune on it, and you got all these other guys before you that can actually sing, that they're just throwing auto-tune on it as a filter, then you can hear it. You can hear it. And so I feel like that was the main thing that brought the Bulls guy down. I love that he changed the melody and did something different with it, but maybe he just couldn't sing as well as everyone else. But then again, maybe we shouldn't even have that verse, and the song should have just been done by the time we got there. It didn't even
sound like it was mixed as good as other ones. It sounded like it was way up here and not even mixed in well with other ones. So it just sounded weird.
But I dug the song. Like, I would go back and listen to that song. It was strong. Yeah. It sounds, like I said, it sounds modern. Like, there needs to be more stuff that is preaching about Jesus Christ and sounds like that. So, mad props for doing that. I'll give it a 4.2.
Okay. Joseph. I'm so mad these buttons hurt.
I like that somebody in the comments said, he said Abednego. Like, and I was just like, it is all scripture. Yeah. It was all scripture. I loved that it was like, so for somebody who actually knows the word, and you don't have to have the word memorized. Like, if you've read the word, you're like, oh, that is scripture. Like, you recognize it.
And if the name of the song is a scripture, you better be on point with that scripture.
My only critique is, like, I mean, I get it. Like, let's not stop, like, bring down the flow of the song to read the scripture and then quote it. You know, let's just go. You know what I'm saying? Because this was a Spitfire back to back. This was like the entire clan is like, here, like, our crew is rocking. Let's just go back to back. Boom. We're just going to ping pong this and let's go. Right. I liked a lot of the flow style. The flow style was great. It was chock full of word. So, that's as far as the music goes. The video part was this, when they were in the park, I'm not sure if you noticed this, when they were doing their shots in the park of the beat down shots, it looked like, you know how it is, like if somebody's taking a picture or recording something and it looks like the back of your phone, like there's a fingerprint on it and it's real glossy. Yeah. Like, don't ever use that filter again, because that's exactly what it looked like. Like, it didn't. Yeah,
it was almost a fisheye, but it was like blurry-ish. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
When they were in like the studio setting with like the green lights and the red lights and the smoke, that looked good. That looked professional.
And even the part where he's reading his Bible and that light shining onto the Bible was sick.
That was really good. It was just like the part in the park. That's what got me. I was like, oh, this doesn't look as good as every other shot. So maybe have like your editor or whoever's, you know, working on it, like, talk about that when they're, because nobody ever says, hey, I'm done editing, we're gonna put this video out. Like, they're like, hey, what do you guys think? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, you know, talk to your editor to keep their eye out for stuff like that, because it looked really professional up into that part. Then I'm like, oh wow, somebody's just used a smudged up camera. Other than that, I mean, it was fire. But it was too long, so I'll give it a 4.5. I'll give it a 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 just because it was. Again, my Christian is showing. I really feel like a lot more Christ-centered, biblical, scripture-centered songs need to be out there.
We need that.
Word
for sure. Zone.
Yeah, man.
And thanks for coming to the show, by the way.
Hey, yeah, man. Thanks for having me, man. I've been wanting to come in here.
We've been asking you for 3.5 years.
Yeah, you have. We live in the same town, too. No excuses. No, but the song was dope, man. They got a new fan out of me, actually, because I really liked it. And just because we do Christian music doesn't mean it has to suck, man. Doesn't mean it has to be corny.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But there was a couple of guys that did bring it down a little bit. Like you guys said, the guy in the Bulls hat, he was cool. And the whole switch up was cool and everything. But yeah, something was off right there. And maybe it should have been done by there.
What we're saying, like, we're not saying you can't rap. It just didn't fit with everybody else being so dope. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then as far as the video goes, man, my favorite part of the video was what you said, Quan, was right there when he was reading his Bible. That was fire, man.
Yeah.
That just stuck out to me right there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to link up with you guys and hear some more of your music because I know there's something better out there. I know there has to be. It can't be no other way. You guys got to have some. What did I give it? I gave it let me look, 4.2.
4.2. All right. PJ, I am light.
I I liked it. I liked the video. I liked the flow. It was a lot of people. I seen a comment on there. It's like, dang, they had the whole family on there.
The whole family on this track.
But I like the transition. I like how it go. And then I like when the English guy came on there, you know, with that accent. It really like
the accents, yeah.
Yeah, the accent threw that in there. Oh, it was Australian. Bad. But yeah.
English, Australian.
That's cool.
German.
I give it like a
non-American.
I give it a 3.8. Yeah.
3.8?
All right, good.
All right. Before I get to the next track,
I was ready for you to say, and the next track we got
the
this.
next track we got is okay. Luke has his top 10. He already did 10 through 6.
Yep.
And now he has 5 through 1 of the best tracks,
best albums.
That's what I said. Best albums so far in 2023.
Yeah, we're halfway through.
So Luke, the floor is yours. Once again,
Here we go.
I'll probably be ad-libbing in the background.
You got me saying tracks now. Number 5.
Track 1.
Number 5. TLS, the listening session, volume 1. Weez is in the chat. He knows about that, but it's a really dope, like kind of a mixtape vibe. Like a bunch of people just threw a bunch of verses out. It's just really good. A lot of rapping on there. Number 4, Stack Zion, Prototype Z. It's really nice. It's really nice. 3, Bizzle, Lightwork 3. 2, Govna B, The Village is on Fire. And 1 is Alcott, What's a Man to Do. There we go. There we go.
I didn't know Lightwork 3 even came out.
Yep.
Dang. It's so hard to find. Like I feel like when albums used to drop, everybody would know. Now it's like,
dude, everybody knew when that came out though.
I didn't.
He pushes on his socials really well.
I don't follow him.
That's your first problem. If you want to know when your favorite artist album's coming out, you probably need to follow him on socials in the year 2023.
Definitely not my favorite. All right, next song. All right, I got beef because I mentioned this on the show. I mentioned this on the show when Mark Music submitted 6 tracks. And I said it on the show. And there's 5 of us in the studio. And one of us, after I mentioned that, sent in multiple tracks.
No, it was 2.
That's multiple.
That's multiple.
That's definitely multiple. That's more than 1. So you've learned math today. And what song do you want us to play?
I guess 45.
Okay. Have you submitted this song before?
No.
And I'm getting, be careful with this message. Perry Best Jr. is never sending messages using this email. Report phishing. Should I report it? I'll look safe. All right. This song is called 45.
Can you turn these headphones up a little bit more? Just a little bit.
Which one is
I
he?
cannot.
Which one is he?
I'm not sure. 3? Maybe. But all right. This is I Am Light right here. Is that louder?
Check. Yeah. Check. A little bit more.
Is that the right one?
Yo, 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 yo.
Not everybody was here for
That's all good. Kill it.
It works. All right, 45 by I Am Light, and the camera's going to be on him the whole time. So if the music sucks, you just look at him and be like, bro,
and then we just all got to stare.
Why do you even send that? Why do you even come to the studio? Here we go.
All right. All right.
You
are you playing the piano? Dear Mama.
I'm a man now.
I'm back like 45, Nike Airs like 45, off the dribble like 45, change my numbers like 45. You know the vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm back like 45, Nike Airs like 45, off the dribble like 45, change my numbers like 45. You know the vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a fall. Off the dribble like 45, could've died, but rose with Christ. Retired from making beats, now your boy back just like Mike. Switched my jersey to 45, cause the mission different. From Oceanside, California, stop.
What happened?
Jesus stopped it.
He said less than 2 minutes.
He's like, I'll stop it in 45 seconds.
Oh, God.
Play that again.
He said, "We'll stop at 45."
45 second song.
He said keep it short, so.
Oh my gosh, Quad's a fool.
I'm back like 45, Nike Airs like 45, off the dribble like 45, chase my numbers like 45. You know the vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm back like 45, Nike Airs like 45, off the dribble like 45, chase my numbers like 45. You know the vibe. It's a vibe. It's
That
a
pan
vibe.
is dope.
It's a fall. Off the dribble like 45, could've died, but rose with Christ. Retired from making beats, now your boy back just like Mike. Switch my jersey to 45, cause the mission different. From oceans like California, stoplights where they hitting switches. I'm real, I will never switch up. Can't stop light, I travel different like hollow tips. Hollow be the name, bang, my music hit you different. Intellect, intuition, change your mind if you listen. Go ahead, come in this kitchen. Pop bubble, wrist is flicking. Oh yeah, I'm cooking wisdom. Push them away from prison. Push them to Christ who's risen. Talented, black and gifted. Coach the same play is different. New finesse, net is switching. Gross change the digits flipping. Righteous and rich submission. Jordan in 95. Jersey say 45. Won't pass up any shot. My lane, I drive inside. Get in front of my goals. You gon' get posterized. Jordan with hair out here. Jumpman, you know the vibe. I'm back like 45. Nike Airs like 45. Off the dribble like 45. Chase my numbers like 45. You know the vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm back like 45. Nike Airs like 45. Off the dribble like 45. Chase my numbers like 45. You know the vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. You down with OQP? Only quality people, dribbling, shaking up evil, sharing ideas, drawing up plays and breaking down defense. Get the right roster, that's how a team wins. Run back the tape, I can see all my mistakes. Felt all the pressure like pipes when they break. Y'all drew a place, I was way out of place. Fought through the pain, now I know what it takes. Smashing the gas, I don't got no more breaks. Ain't no more pause, now I'm back in the game. Covered by blood like a Dracula fang. I don't do this for fame, do this to lift up the name. The king of all kings, Christ is his name. Most of the game that I bang. Feel like 4-5, I'm back in this thing. Back taking shots in the lane, back with the switch. Back in wizard from Yon and dish it all off with assist. Look at the flick of the wrist, mic in my hand, I can't miss. Psalm 23 on my back, go back to back with these tracks. Put the work in or relax. You either all in or relapse. No looking back in the past. Carried across my back. You know the vibe. Run up the scope. Best of all time was a lamb, not a goat. Walk on the ocean, you sink or you float. Faith will determine how far that you go. Jumping this back on the boat with the ghost. Up in the air with the air that is Christ. Foot off the line on the rise, taking flight. Guess who's back like 45. Nike Airs like 45. Off the dribble like 45. Chase my numbers like 45. You know the vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm back like 45. Nike Airs like 45. Off the dribble like 45. Chase my numbers like 45. You know the vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Still repping Christ on me, don't get it twisted. It's still most out of gang, except the jersey different. Guess who's back now? Guess who's back now? Guess who's back now? Still repping Christ on me, don't get it twisted. It's still most out of gang, except the jersey different.
He looked pretty good playing against us that day he practiced. In fact, I didn't see any loss of skill.
He choreographed all this. He scripted this whole situation. So he's not going to come back unless he's going to come back with a bang and he's looking good. You can believe that.
That was Magic Johnson right there.
That's Lakers, right?
Yes, sir. All right, that is 45 by I Am Light, who is in the room right now. So we're going to have you critique it first. What do you think you could have did better on that? What do you think? What do you think we won't like about it?
The mix. I think I submitted the wrong one. I submitted the wrong one.
The wrong one?
The one on iTunes and everywhere else sounds clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was my only critique on this song. At first, I didn't like the hook part where you had the ad lib, and then it grew on me.
Mhm.
So that was kind of crazy because at first I was like, that part's kind of corny, but then it actually now I feel like it's dope. But yeah, the mix was definitely the only beef I had. You were killing it on the verses. So man, yeah, you were killing it on the verses, bro. The mix would have. Yeah, if you have better versions of it, like you need to send that next time. But the mix puts it at a 3.5. But if it was mixed right, it would have been a 4 or 5. Get it?
That's fair.
Would have been a 4 or 5.
Wah, wah.
All right, zone 3. What do you got for him? Because you're punching his arm the whole time.
Yeah,
We saw you
bro.
punching
Those
his
flows,
arm.
man. Your
Yeah, he was killing
verses.
it.
God, I give it a 4 just for the verses, bro. Man, I don't like the hook though. I didn't like the hook. But the verses killed it, bro. The
Wait, go back
was
to
just
the
the
hook.
45. It was just the 45.
Talk
part.
about why you didn't like the.
It was the only. That was the only thing. That was the actually
Just
the
because
only
he's
thing.
sitting by you, he can't fight. So
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
It was just the 45 part that threw me off every time. Every time that the hook came in. Actually, everything else about the hook was dope. Just that 45. And before Quan said something about it I didn't like.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's cool.
But other than that, it was a dope. Man, that was, man. I don't know, man. The mixer, I didn't even care about the mix or nothing because those verses were hard, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it. 4.0, bro.
All right.
Okay. So the critiques that I had, like I was telling you, like, what, you know, it's a vibe. I would have drew it out instead of it's a vibe. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like 45. It's a vibe. That's how I would have.
Let it vibe.
I feel like it would have made that hook better, and I wouldn't have started with the hook. Because that track is the instrumental. The beat is so. Did you make that? Where'd you get that?
No, I got that from a producer.
Okay, so that beat needs to be heard. So I would have it just come because it's so melodic, and then I would have just came in on the one, boom, just your verse, and then when the hook comes in, people would be like, unless you wanted them to hear that verse first, I think the hook would have been more impactful. The hook, if you didn't start with it, if you would have just came in on the one, just boom, and just started flexing because you're writing dope. If the mix is the reason why I felt like you sound a little muffled or you were off a little bit, like where it's like, oh, you could have did that take better on the second verse. The first one was clean to me. Somebody in the comments was like, yo, that second verse was tight. I feel like I could hear it more in the second verse than in the first. The first was like tight to me. So those are my only two critiques. I'll give it a 4.5. I want the song. Like I want that song.
Yeah.
Like I want it. I want
iTunes,
it.
it's on there.
Yeah,
Clear.
I'll probably get it. I want it in my playlist. It's dope.
Thanks.
Yeah, I really like the choice that you made when you're in the hook and you're like with your chest. You're like, you're up here, right? With your vocal point, with vocal pitch, right? And then you come in on the verse and you're down here and you're smooth. Like, I love that. Like, giving my ear a break from like what you were doing there is dope. And then just like easy, smooth, just easy rhymes, man. They was just flowing like, man, I want to go back and listen again. It was so good. So good. I was not a fan of the ad libs, and I do think that it would help if you didn't start with it. But if you needed to have it there, I know that like, you know, Andy Mineo does this a lot where he'll just like hum something at the beginning of a song and like make you think about that melody a little earlier. So like even if you just start with like 45, 45, 45, you just do something like that and then you just go into your rap, right? If you needed to introduce something there, you don't have to do the whole hook.
Would be sick.
It would be sick. It would be sick, yeah. Because I feel like you need to, I feel like there was intention there because you need to be used to that melody. Because like none of us caught what he was doing until we heard it the second time, right? So you needed something there, I would say. And then especially like switching your vocal pitch and stuff and just the way you rode the beat, man. And it wasn't like you were just like spitting and like so much enunciation on everything. It was just, like I said, it was just easy. You were just riding the wave and it was so effortless. I loved it. I loved it. It was a vibe. It was a vibe. And I give it a 4.5.
Man,
yeah, this is a good night, man. There's some good songs tonight.
Yeah.
Have we had any bad songs except the one with his girlfriend?
Actually, I don't think we've
I don't think we've had a bad song.
No.
The Mark Music song I gave was my lowest ranking.
Yeah, but even that, I mean, it was a tribute song, so you know that yeah.
Yeah, I think I gave somebody a 1 point something, but that was Jericho. I gave Jericho like that was the lowest score that I gave.
What was the highest rating on the one I didn't hear? What did you guys?
I gave Avery a 5.
Avery 5.
Avery got a 5. Like off the bat, he came out swinging. Like,
yeah, he's definitely winning so far.
Yeah.
All right, next is a video, Beautiful Monster's Death to the Goats.
Let's go.
By LeBron.
Death to the Goats.
Oh man, these guys are already gonna be dope. Payne, if you're watching, watch this video.
Dear goats, I was never born with a silver spoon. Back room, it stinks like fumes. I was brought up in a typhoon. Everybody talking about the mouth, it's an open tomb. Papa told me never back down. I don't play clowns, I'm a background. Go ahead, man. Everybody wanna be the greatest, but nobody wanna go through the pain that he bled. Vice race, I'm still right here. I don't care, I don't bark, I don't fear. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the truth is, I don't really care about your views and your likes and your booze and your fights and your moves and your rhymes and your blah blahs and your yip yaps. Better bam back, cap.
I wanna be in your next video.
Cap emoji. I don't play around, this ain't phony. I'm not from the world that you're from, out the mud with the homies that move so ghostly. Mama told me better make them pay. Get her 4 he's off the leash, I'm a born beast. If they want peace, I'ma go deep. Let the flesh bleed, murdering everything I be. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. Make way for the show, fake goons, spitting cook crack rap, that'll step whack dudes. Because we're gonna bring it to you, sucker, ready but act cool, hey. Bold headed with tattoos, we taboo, keep it back too. Come on, raps will smack crews, dudes try to move, but flow trash like Shaq Fu. You did
I love how they switch to the black and white.
I go with it, so my gang, it's hard to see me down the secrets on the claim. My flow got you tripping like a list, the balls, spitting ammunition that'll hit like horse. I rip chains, spit flames, I flip stains like a hit main. My hits bang like Rick James, lifted like planes. I've been saying I quick gains, now my only mission to lift veins and get saved. Haters with a halo, murder beats like Okados, man, I'm fatal. This ain't a favor, make my flow the blaze. Now I'm at the table, enemies better later. All I want is the play, if not, I'm a turn grenade. Ain't no competition, look, I'm here to stay. My only proposition is move out my way. You'll get your horns torn, ripped off your face. You should've never let them monster out the cage. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here.
Yikes.
I told them they better not submit, man. They're gonna.
Wow.
They get a 5 from me. Don't even ask me.
Yeah, they need to work on their video production, their beat production, and the raps. They, they're a little below average on everything. But
you know what they should do is come out to Vegas into the studio and we could help them.
I'm saying,
yeah, we could help them. That was, and the way it ended, like there was no more. Like they could have made a mistake and thrown another verse on there,
or talk,
and made this song a little longer, or talk, and this song's about the. And read a Bible verse or whatever. But I think they did a great job of just like ending the song. The video was super dope. The production level was really dope. And they didn't have to go to a lot of places. So they just had dope production. They had like, they're wearing white tees and black tees and then switching a couple scenes and made a really dope video that kept my attention the whole entire time. They're rapping ridiculously. Like I need to go back and I would, if I was in my car listening to this song, I would play it back 5 times to like listen to everything they're saying. This is a song I would keep playing back over and over again. So I'm gonna have to give money to the best video and best song of the night tonight because I think there's some winners. This is a 4.9. To me, I would give it a 5, but I don't really give 5s. 4.9. I'm gonna give it a 5 because there was really nothing wrong with it. I don't even know,
dude.
I don't even know what to say about it. Like I can't even. I mean, the fact you have Barkitect in there, maybe that gives it a 4.9 because you could have left him out of the video. He could have kept selling cars at Nissan or Ford wherever he's working this week. But
wow.
Other than that, he changes jobs every week. He's always promoting a different dealership. Go back to Nissan, bro. Those are better cars than Fords. I don't want a Taurus. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5.0, man. You guys killed it, man. You guys are awesome. Come out to Vegas, come hang out with us. I just want to hang out with you guys. And I don't like hanging out with people that much. So yeah, that'd be dope. Joe Syfe. Man, if I want to get these buttons straight.
I'm with you. So like coming from the video side, there wasn't a lot put into it. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no sets that were made. There was no like crazy drone shots. It was just gimbal, lighting, and like prop. You know, like white t-shirt, black t-shirt. Like the fact that drew your attention when it happened, Quan, like it did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah.
And the whole time they're in that vanishing point hallway with the lights, and as they're getting closer and closer in the build, the video for me, like I'm a fan. I am a fan of the production. And I remember the last time they came on, they had another video where they were in the park and it was like very minimal and it was dope.
That was Barkitect.
So
yeah, it was
dope.
That's right before he got a job.
Ridiculously dope. And then I'm sorry, when I start making the stinky cheese face, you know I'm feeling it. So like that's why I'm saying like they get a 5 from me as well.
Yeah. I feel like if you were a gangster rapper, you would be like them.
Quan said, I want to hang out with them. And I'm like, I want them to hang out with me. That way people will be like, stay away from Dodo. Like, look at the crew he's got. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that like which one, who's Kukui? Like,
that's the big one. That's the big.
So if y'all don't know, like, I'm Mexican. So like, and it all like Latin, brown people, right? Like that was your mom would say, you better calm down, or you better watch out, or you better listen to me, or the Kukui's gonna get you. Kukui is a boogeyman.
Yeah.
And so that alone, like, I love like the fact that my man's like, I'm Kukui. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, that's his rap name.
That's Tony Ferguson's name in UFC too. His nickname's El Kukui.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if he drops his real name. What's your real name, Kukui?
Nah, man, don't do that.
He's not gonna do it, is it?
Zachary. All right, Luke, who you got? I mean, what you got?
Yeah, man, I really like the gritty rhymes, the raspy voices, the chopping and twisting. I did feel like towards the end of verse 1, the rhymes got a little easier. Like it just seemed like he rapped a lot of things in a row. Just rapped a lot of things in a row that was just low hanging fruit. I couldn't go back to it. It happened so fast. And then the second verse, the vocal doubling that was like an octave up or higher, that came out of nowhere kind of. I liked it. I thought it was too loud. It was too forward in the mix for me. Those are my two thoughts. I've heard Beautiful Monsters before. I think they did a track with like Von Juan back in the day that I really like what is it, Socks and Jordans or whatever.
Do you know collab they need to do?
What's that?
Beautiful Monsters and Beautiful Eulogy. Could you imagine them on a Beautiful Eulogy
That would
beat?
be crazy.
Like a little
That would be
soft,
crazy.
Beautiful Eulogy Portland beat, and then with them just being.
But man,
gangsters on that beat.
the energy was on 10. The editing and the video, how it matched the energy of what they were doing and saying. It was crazy. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I was just trying to give some constructive feedback on that. That was my first time hearing that song. It's gonna be playlisted tomorrow though, so I still like the Avery song better, so I'm giving this one a 4.9.
All right.
But the video is what did it for me on this, because I gave him a 5 as well.
Yeah.
Because the track was super dope. Like, I'm not taking it. Anyway, my bad.
No, you're good.
I'm just,
He loves it.
I know it's getting late.
You're the only one that has to leave.
Yeah.
All right, PJ.
I liked everything about it. It was just dope to me. The video was dope. The lyrics, I pay attention. I thought it was just dope, well put together. 5.0.
All right.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, man, that's the most, tonight is the most 5s I've seen come out from multiple people in the room in a long time.
And I'm being biased. I'm going to be biased. I'm going to be straight up because I'm giving it a 5, man. I've been hearing this song like every day in the car, man. And I'm just bumping it, man. And I heard I saw the video when it came out, man. I was like, oh, come on, man. This is the kind of music I gravitate to right here. And they just killed it. I got nothing else to say bad about this. They're 5.0. Fire.
All right. And we have 2 songs left. So let's see. This is Wheeze. It's an old song, but I'm trying to get this $10 is what he said. So let's see.
He said Luke's a hater.
He did.
It's just different.
Razzle Dazzle, name of the track.
Oh, it's got that.
Oh, it's not that old. It's not that old.
It's got that.
That beat's sick.
Baby, you the business. Let me on the Bible be a witness. Back and forth, tuck war with senseless. Senses on sense, I know you sense. Pretty simply, I'm a sensei. Bashing on the drop, so it the him, baby. Emperor the shaman, where you in me? Baby, you be the better me about me. I can out jam my jams, always probably where my hands are. Working on my woods, and this my hands are. Hope these couples inspired, and they tap in like federal, like the boy got the wire. Let the on the Bible be a witness. Back and forth, tuck war with senseless. Senses on sense, I know you sense it. Pretty simply, I'm a sensei. Bashing on the drop, so it the him, baby. Emperor the shaman, where you in me? Baby, you be the better me about me. Let me out,
Slow it down like I'm sipping the oil, I'm slipping it all. Music life, we on one accord, we up on the boards. She is like the rain when it pours, I'm guiding the storm. Set it off without no alarms, I love to perform. Great rising king from the lips of a queen. Like mountains and palm trees, you a beautiful scene. You a wind, the fresh shirt that make it easy to breathe. The cure that bring life to whatever's dying to me. I need you ASAP. You got that playback. You are my A-track. You are my outlet. You are my ballcat. My thoughts off track. You got my outlet. When do you call it? You got my.
All right, Razzle Dazzle, Weezy Satellite Kid. I'll start with you, PJ.
I like hip hop, the deep hip hop sound. I like how he vibed to it. I say 3.4.
What'd you say?
I would say a 3.4.
3.4.
Yeah,
All right.
I liked it.
All right, Luke.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of how that hook was mixed. I don't think I listened to it on headphones like this last time I listened to it. So the ad-libs overpowered the mains both times through. So like I had already made a note about it, and then next time I listened to it, I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling how that hook was mixed. And then there was he just mumbled a little bit in his verse. And man, he's just got good vibes though. He just makes some like good music. I love his music. King Cross, I think, had the stronger verse there, that last verse. I give it a 3.4.
3.4. And then you heard some of the spit in the mic too. Joe Cypher. The comments are hilarious, by the way.
I am dying because
Weez sounds exactly
he
like
sounds like he looks. I'm dying.
Weez sounds exactly like he looks.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
So yeah, the mix is what really threw me off. Like that, like I'm not sure. Like I was like literally like, hey, am I hearing this correctly? Is it really not mixed that well? I liked the feel, the bop was there, man.
Yeah.
Like it, like you can like, there was a swing to it. You know what I'm saying? It had me. The beat had me. If I was able to make out more, like only in there's only certain parts where you mumble. Like mumbling sounds good if you do it right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure. Somebody said this was old. I'm not sure if it's already. This is how you put it out. This was done. It was finished, or if it's just like, yo, let me put it out because I want to flex on somebody tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want you guys to hear something I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it a 4 because I liked everything about it except for that mix, man. Now if this is a finished product, I mean, even Quan we've said this, and
it is finished.
That mix, man.
Yeah.
Like you got to work on that mix, bro. Just in that hook part. Like Luke said.
Yeah. And this is like 2 years ago, I think. And so I think he's grown a lot since then even. So
yeah. I mean still though, like for me, this isn't like, dude, 4 is high, man. Like I'm out here throwing out ones and stuff like that. Like it's dope, you know. But
all right. Zone, what you got?
I'm gonna rate you guys real quick. You guys got great ears, man. I want to just straight up and be like, you guys have great ears, and you guys break down the music really well. That's awesome. Me, on the other hand, I zoned out on that song. I'm gonna be honest. I zoned out on the song
3 times.
But hey, 3 times. No, but I heard it. But like it would be like a song that I would be listening to when I'm just chilling, you know, and I'm hearing it in the background or something. It wouldn't be necessarily something that I bump, you know. But what I did hear and what I did get out of it, it was pretty sick. And I disagree with Luke. I think the first verse was better. That was just me. But yeah, and I ended up giving it a 3.6 just because it was a cool vibe when I was just kind of zoned out right there in the background. You know what I mean? I can't really break it down for you. Like I said, my brain doesn't work that way, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. He said he wanted to win the $10, and you did not win the $10. We'll just let you know that right now. It was a good song, but I've heard so much way better from you that I'm going to give it a 3.4 because that's the problem with artists that send music so much. Like your bar gets higher and higher every time you send something really dope.
Yep.
And then if you send something that might be older, not mixed as well, or not as good of a song, then we're rating you against yourself, really, not against other people that we've heard tonight. So we're really rating you against yourself. But it was
rhymes with crayons.
You saw that, dude? The
comments are
comments are crazy.
But I did like the song, and I agree with Zone 3. I like the first verse better as well. So
you guys are just trying to hate on me?
No, I Weez has a dope voice. I like his voice. And And especially coming from, Arizona. A lot of those Arizona rappers are weird. And I know he's not from Arizona, but he lives in Arizona now. So you might start getting a little weird. But overall, no, I did like the song. But you didn't win. All right, next song is called On Fire by Just Robert. And we have one more after this, and we'll be done for the night, folks.
All right.
Quan, quit vaping.
The Sharpie,
It's a Sharpie.
Lord, your people more cold than Sub-Zero in the back of the freezer. On the top rack, time to crank the thermostat. Some folks sitting in the pews wouldn't like the fuse. Same folks trying to act brand new and all confused. The body of Christ, we work in one accord. We stand in his word, Aragon with the sword. Running with the Lord, baddest between the tackles. Praising my holy God, he brought me clean out them shackles. So turn up the heat before our faith grows weak. Trying to carry all the pressure when the road gets steep. So cut off the extra weight like my wife shearing sheep. Heat rises, so catch fire and reach for the golden streets. Tell them we incomplete when we bleak and living lukewarm. Feeling like Tommy Boy's jacket, we too torn. Iron sharpens iron, is you really trying to sharpen more? Iron should be sharper than Marine Corps uniforms. It's truly tragic what happens when we get stagnant. We lacking and bending backwards cause really we don't have passion. Imagine what can happen, just take you a couple seconds and focus on the one like when Penny played with the magic. Yeah, I know you got some fire, we all heard before. I tell you, ain't no hot heads like common church folk. But what we mad for? All the wrong reasons. What should burn us up is every lost soul that ends up leaving. We all need to recognize we really need a match lit. Cause a lake of fire really gon' burn you quick. So let's catch fire, do it for the Lord. No more being cold, let's start moving forward. Amen.
Wow. That track was dope.
All right, go first.
Yo, so I feel like a lot of the times, like as Christian rappers, like we always think about like, yo, we've got to, like, I mean, yes, we want to minister the gospel, or, oh, we want to call out Satan and we want to da-da-da-da-da. And sometimes it's like, yo, man, like we need to clean out house. And he's calling out like he's addressing things that we as, because who's going to be judged first? The church. You know what I'm saying? My only critique of the song is I felt like that low end was just too low. Am I wrong that it was too high? Like it sounded muddled, the low end of the track. The low end sounded really
I felt like it was blowing out. I felt like it was peaked. I felt like it peaked. It was the other way. Like,
well, that's what I meant. Like it was what's the word? It was distorting because it was so exactly. That's you said it better. So like I feel like that low end was just too much. But I mean, does Just Robert? Yo, your voice is dope. Like I liked his voice. I'm gonna give him a 4 as well. I think if that track was a little bit like if the mix was a little bit better, I would give it a 4 or 5.
All right. I wouldn't give it that high. It was cool. I think he needs to work on his rhyme patterns a little bit. Like he's very basic with his rhyme patterns, which that's the style. But I want to hear more versatility from him. And it's same thing. Like he's submitting a lot too, and I've noticed that in a lot of his music. Just get a little more creative with the rhymes. But overall, the song was good. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because it was good, but there was some stuff in the mix, and then it did lose my attention after a while. So that always has a lot to do with it too, and that my attention got lost after a while. So yeah,
it's a really bold move to just go with no hook.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about it.
Yeah. So that beat was like peaking. I felt like even the preamp on his voice was gained, like everything was just cranked. Yeah, I feel like there's need to pull back on some of that and then it's just sound way better. I feel like I agree with the rhyme patterns, Quan. I also feel like he needed some help with that flow. I don't really feel like he had a flow. I feel like he was just reading what he had written. It felt stilted. Like I felt like he was trying to slow down to catch up with the beat and then trying to speed up. It was like just a little, I just imagine like someone on stilts. I think I've talked about this here before. Someone on stilts trying to go like walk through water. You know, when you're flowing, you're trying to match the waves of the water, right? If you're going on stilts, it's just like a little herky jerky, right? So I wasn't feeling it. I give it a 2. Give it a 2.
I think that the rhyme was very simple. I think that's and I kind of lost like focus on it after a while. I haven't heard the other music, but if this is my first introduction to this, I would have to say like 2.0. You know, that's what I have to.
All right, Zone.
Yeah, you know, just Robert. I actually mess with your stuff, bro. I like your stuff, man. And but I have noticed, you know, like Quan and them were saying, the flow is kind of basic, and it's cool though. I like your stuff, bro. But the song I did lose interest in the middle of it. You know, I kind of got a little bit bored. I gave it a 2.9, but you're a fire artist, bro. You know, keep it pushing, sharpen it up, man. You know, just sharpen it up. That's all.
He says he's never gotten it higher than a 2 from me.
Dang.
Hey, so again, to the person, who was it earlier? Was it him who was saying like we all stay the same?
Yeah,
like,
we were all
I'm
different.
Like the
We need to
only
start
person
arguing.
who liked. I really liked. Like to me, I thought it was dope. Like I liked everything about it except for the mix. So there y'all go.
All right, we want everybody in the comments critique our critiques tonight. We got one more video. Critique our critiques in the comments. How do you think we did critiquing? You know what I'm saying? Give us an overall 1 through 5. How did we do? All right, and then Chille Baby won't stop texting me now. He got my number, and
he sent me a picture. Yeah, he sent me that too.
But I'm gonna be honest. Like that looks really good.
Yeah, I didn't eat very much today, so that looks amazing.
Really good.
We're going to eat after this, right?
Dude, that looks amazing.
I can go eat after. I can go eat. That looks really
If I can
good.
swallow, yeah.
That's what.
What happened? What just happened?
Remember
She
earlier? No, come on.
I told a story earlier.
Pause.
Yeah. He said,
Oh
pause.
man.
But that food looks. That food looks really
amazing.
Good. That food looks really good.
Oh, cool.
All right. Just I keep leaving. All right. This next song. You get what? Okay. Have fun. I don't know what he was saying.
He said he's going to take pictures of us.
So you guys are wearing the Sonys. I'm wearing the Beats that are noise canceling. And I really can't. People will be talking to me after the shows. And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying at all. I really can't hear anything.
Oh, you're good. I'm 100%.
All right. This next and last video of the night is called "Make a Mess." Rise Judah, featuring J.O. Felony.
J.O. Felony.
Yeah, I know. What is that?
It's mainstream from like the 90s,
He's definitely
bro.
mainstream. I have his number in my phone too.
Is it Christian?
What?
But I don't know. I played the video while you guys were critiquing to make sure like there was nothing bad in it. And I saw Chille Baby at the end. So obviously it's like one of his artists.
J.O. Felony.
J.O. Felony. He's been studying.
Who's the main artist on this song?
Rise Judah. So I'm not even sure who that is. But the song is called "Make a Mess." So we're going to play that right here, right now. This is the last song of the night on Speak Life Radio.
The truth.
It's like I always make a mess when I'm trying my best. It's like I always make a mess when I'm trying my best. It's like I always make a mess when I'm trying my best. It's like I always make a mess when I'm trying my best.
Non-fiction, all hitting. She gave me pieces to her heart and said I need to fix it. She didn't see that I was whipping, so I guess she missed it. Her heart is just like a stone, that's what I found out when I tried to kick it. Now I'm feeling detail driven. She gave me brushes with no pain and said I need a picture. Man, my heart was harder than a stone way before I ever had a feeling. So now I'm sitting here wondering how am I gonna fix this? How am I gonna paint this? How am I gonna pivot? While we swimming through this pain, playing hide and go get it. I'm still praying to the Lord, hoping that I don't miss it. But if we keep swimming in the past, then how will things be different?
and we both got it out the mud. So don't ever question like we don't know about love. All the scars, she got them wrapped like a mummy. She rather take it to the grave than just love me.
It's like I always make a mess when I'm trying my best. It's like I always make a mess when I'm trying my best. It's like I always make a mess when I'm trying my best. It's like I always make a mess when I'm trying my best.
We out here fighting demons, asking God to help along. Another life gone.
Okay, J.O. Felony.
And I've been trying to quit these cancer sticks, trying to round around with that stick. I'm trying to change the narrative, stop going around the town with that. Look, I just can't stress it enough. As the people, we up against it. How many of us are they gonna put behind them barbed wire fences? And look, so long in this system, we oppress the feminine. What if God was a woman, crying down on all these men? Cause on Crip, I shed a tear when I wrote this year. It's like that Jeffrey Dahmer story I've been telling y'all for years. Yeah, don't wait till it's too late. You've been put here to do great. In the world of leeches, snitches, and snakes, and heartbreaks. Enough to make your heart hurt. But I know that prayer works. Before I leave here, God, I promise to do good on this earth. But that preacher ain't right. He take all the money out to church. Buying cars and buying jewelry, so when we robbed him, it didn't hurt. Gave the money to Lakeisha and them. Back to the community. I ain't with the violence on my own, bro. I'm pushing unity. Baptizing in PCP. I hope God remembers me. And that hit, it wasn't meant for all of them kids to see. I done so much praying, but it's not even for myself. It was for you and you and you too, cause I love y'all to death. I done so much praying, but it's not even for myself. It was for you and you and you too, cause I love y'all to death.
Yo, West Coast and East Coast. Welcome to Campaign Republic FM. It's your boy, Chille, baby. I got you locked in with the 7 and the 4s, your pastor's favorite gangster. Chille, baby, the world famous gospel gangsters. I want to give a shout out to J.O. Felony and Rise for putting this together. Make a mess. Big shouts out to Big Kurt. Make sure you grab that book. Who's left? And when you in San Diego cruising in your ride under this California breeze, you should be downloading and banging. Make a mess. We in here.
Okay.
All right, that is Make a Mess. J.O. Felony, Rise Judah featuring J.O. Felony. And I just text Chille to see if J.O. Felony's a Christian or is he searching? Because to me, the verse sounded like, everyone could talk about God. Everyone talks about their struggles and stuff like that. Because a lot of people believe in God, but that doesn't mean they're living the right path or really giving their life to the Lord all the way. So that's kind of what it felt like to me, like maybe he's searching. And we heard back in the day, like everyone had like a God song on their albums, you know what I'm saying? Like they're talking about killing, and the next song is like a God song. But so the song to me, it was cool, like getting J.O. Felony on, like we haven't seen him in a long time and stuff like that. The beat was boring though. It was just the same thing over and over again. So especially for the end of the night, that might be part of the problem. Like I'm ready to go eat and sleep. So the beat was just kind of like, it was the same thing the whole time. So I wasn't really in love with the beat. And then the video concept, they're in the record store. So like, you can't ever go wrong with being in a record store in my eyes. Like I love looking in the background and seeing, record players and different records that I know. And I love going to the record store still. So that's always cool. But other than that, it was a cool song. Nothing special. I'll give it a 3.0. Luke.
Yeah, I actually dug the layers to the beat. It kept me captivated because he was adding like little springs and stuff in there. I thought it was cool. I like how the vocals were tucked back. The mix was great. I dig the honesty. Like the hook worked. Like that's such a basic hook, but it worked. Yeah. They like owned it. You know what I'm saying? I was like thrown off by J.O.'s verse. So he's saying the preacher was stealing money, so then they robbed him and gave the money to people who need it. And then in the next bar, he says he was praying for unity. It didn't track with me.
Baptized in PCP. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I was like, okay, so yeah, I would go with he's probably just searching.
It's one of those things where you're like, you know somebody, And you're like, can you get on this with me and just talk about God though? Like you come up with.
He talked about killing demons, and then they bleeped out the S word. Yeah.
But I feel like anytime you're talking about killing demons, it's like you're trying to fit in with a Christian rap song.
Right. The video was well edited, everything. Well shot. I like the set. Even like them playing out robbing the pastor and all this stuff. It didn't look. I mean, the concept is corny, but it didn't look corny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. It was good. I'll give it a 4.
All right. PJ.
It just sounds like he's searching and he's trying. So I like the rhyme scheme on the second verse. The rhyme scheme was pretty dope. So I had to give that like a 4.1.
All right. Zone.
Actually, that's exactly where I went to, because even though I was hearing the same thing you guys were hearing about, what he was talking about. But what I really do listen to when I hear a song, it is the rhyme scheme and the way they flow. I love to hear that. I love to hear how they go up, how they go down, how they flip. I love the syllables. And that's kind of what brought it up to me to a 4.6 was that second verse, J.O. Felony, man. That was sick. And not even hearing what he's talking about, just the way he did it.
Yeah,
was fire. Yeah. That was fire, man.
Professional rappers.
Yeah, that's it.
And then Joe Seif left, so he won't be critiquing this one right here. He's in the background taking pictures. Smile, Luke. But overall, I think the song of the night was definitely Avery in my mind.
That's mine.
And then Beautiful Monsters was probably number 2 in best video.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give them both $10. Avery's taking my money every week, so we're gonna give $10 to Beautiful Monsters for best video, and best song will go to Avery Harden, who actually that was the first song of the night. So a lot of you tuning in right now might not have heard that. So make sure you guys check out the replay, and please share the replay. Subscribe to the channel. Don't just watch our videos, but subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching now, please like this video because it helps the algorithm. You guys know how algorithms work now. So if there's interaction, we get a lot more traction on the video. So we definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in live. And please just keep sharing and subscribe to the channel, because we are going to be doing a lot more content on the channel. And the website will be back up as well. I'm working on it in the back end. So we're going to be doing a lot more with the website also. If you like Christian hip hop, sports, we have sports too on the website. So we're going to be doing a lot more with that. Then please subscribe at Gorilla Cross on all social media. Make sure you follow us. We will follow you back if you're not whacked. So I definitely appreciate everybody for coming in. Joe Seif, taking the time, doing pictures in the background. I Am Light, Perry, Betts Jr., PJ, giving all real names. Luke. Warm, DeMarzio.
What'd you call me? Lukewarm? I thought you were saying worm, like I'm Dennis Rodman. I was like,
lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
He said Dennis Rodman, the worm.
Zone 3, thanks for coming in, man. We've been asking you forever, but come through anytime. There's a lot of artists in Vegas, so we're going to be doing a monthly in-studio concert series that we're going to be streaming online. We'll probably invite maybe 10 to 15, 20 people in the studio, however many we could fit. I'm not sure. How many do you think we could fit in here? We'll obviously turn the couches and push them towards the wall, so we'll have that space open, but we'll have the stage area set up, and we'll do probably like 2 or 3 artists, maybe like an open mic style where people could do one song. But we just want to start doing more events, and so I think starting with a in-studio event and inviting just a handful of people to experience it. Maybe have some food, have some water, because I don't drink anything else. But I think that'd be dope. So
15 to 20.
Yeah, start the Gorilla Cross 180 hip hop shows back up in the actual studio. It will be fun, and then hopefully from there we keep building, get this community growing more out here, and start doing events again and bring people in from out of town. So we definitely appreciate it, man. We're gonna exit the show with the Beautiful Monsters video one more time. So we definitely appreciate it. And tune in, subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.
Dear goats, I was never born with a silver spoon. Back room, it stinks like fumes. I was brought up in a typhoon. Everybody mouth, it's an open tomb. Papa told me never back down, I don't play clowns, I'm a background, go ahead, man. Everybody wanna be the greatest, but nobody wanna go through the pain that he bled. Vice grace, I'm still right here. I don't care, I don't bark, I don't fear. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the truth is, I don't really care about your views and your likes and your booze and your fights and your moves and your rhymes and your blah blahs and your yip yaps. Better bam back, cap. I ain't talking about your blue cap emoji. I don't play around, this ain't phony. I'm not from the world that you're from, out the mud with the homies that move so ghostly. Mama told me better make them pay. Get her 4 he's off the leash, I'm a born beast. If they want peace, I'ma go deep, let the flesh bleed, murdering everything I be. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. Make way for the show, fat goose, spitting cook crack rap, that'll stack whack dudes. Spiders that are gonna because you go way behind the bringing thunder to you, sucker, ready but act cool. Hey, bold headed with tattoos, we taboo, keep it back too. Come on, raps will smack cruise dudes, try to move but flow trash like Shaq Fu. You didn't do what they, I turn to rap fool. I come with it, so my game it's hard. They see me now, they see me, son, I claim they all. My flow got you tripping like a list of balls, spitting ammunition that'll hit like hard. I rip chains, spit flames, I flip stains like a hit man. My hits bang like Rick James, did it like planes. I've been saying I quit games, now my only mission is to lift veins and get saved. Thanos with a halo, murder beats like Kratos, man, I'm fatal. This ain't a favor, man, my flow's the blaze. Now I'm at the table, enemies better later. All I want is the Play-Doh, if not, I'ma turn grenade. Ain't no competition, look, I'm here to stay. My only proposition is move out my way. You'll get your horns torn, ripped off your face. You should've never let a monster out the cage. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here. See the horns on the walls when the goats that you call, everybody get torn up here.